This is the basis of what we're going to be talking about tonight. There's so many different things, but Jonathan Coachman's comments, I continue to be amazed at the venom towards Roman Reigns, and yet all fans say is I hate him. Not why, not how, not anything. Stop being sheep and just enjoy the show. You all read social media like it's the Washington Post. Well, with the Washington Post's spelling errors and your spelling error of read, I can say that that probably is true. However, I am no one to speak on spelling errors on Twitter, but it's just kind of funny nonetheless. Plus, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar, I think you've all been duped, guys. It's time for Out of Nowhere. Take your pants off. Welcome into Out of Nowhere, episode number 92. And this is going to be interesting tonight. We got this situation with Jonathan Coachman, the comments he made on Twitter. We got Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. Is it a work? There's so much shit to talk about, to be honest. There really is a lot to talk about tonight on Out of Nowhere, and I'm glad you guys are here. We got Connor from OKFabe in the house. We got Jake DeMarco in the house as well, which I didn't think we'd have Jake tonight, so that's pretty much an amazing thing, Jake. How you doing today? Did you get probed by aliens today? What happened?
It was an exciting day, to say the least, but we're here. We're ready to party, baby. I
also want to quickly throw out an advertisement for Sunday. Anybody in the Boston area, of course, Top Rope Promotions. It's going to be a big show out in New Bedford, Massachusetts. And I'll be doing, I won't be doing the announcing, but I'll be doing commentary so you guys can come say hi and everything. It's going to be a big show. That being said, what do you think about, let's go right into Jonathan Coachman's comments, and then we'll get into all, we have so much to talk about, but he called the fans sheep. My opinion is, first of all, I like Coach. I really like him. I think he's versatile as an announcer and as an act. When he was doing the whole goofy gimmicks with Vince, they had great chemistry. He was good. He's goofy. I just don't like him now because the current announce team just, to me, it's just so boring, and I don't think that's his fault. I think it doesn't matter who you put out there right now. They want robots at the announce table. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah, they just want someone that's obedient and obeys. That's kind of, the semblance. Pretty much like the analogy I'd come up with is that WWE bashes our head into the wall and expects us not to complain when we have a headache. I've said this for a while. They want you to go ahead and just, we're the fault. We're the problem, not them. They constantly want to blame the fans, and they've done this for years. We've given you things to cheer for. Why aren't you cheering? Instead of saying, well, what can we do better? And that's the biggest problem. And everything that Coach had to say, I don't know, calling people sheep and being so, I don't want to say ass backwards, but, ham-fisted, certainly. He definitely has that mindset that they're looking for. He's definitely a company boy. And I hate to say it because I do like him, but I don't know. I was I don't want to say offended. That's not the right word, but surprised. I was really surprised.
Did anyone else notice that they called him sheep and then yeah, you're sheep, but enjoy the show?
Yeah, you're sheep, which is funny. It's the opposite of sheep, because if the WWE fans were sheep, then they would all just be like, yes, Roman. Because
right, exactly.
They've been trying to... Dude, they've been trying to stuff Roman Reigns down everyone's throats for about 4 years, and they've gone to absurd lengths above and beyond anything they've done for anybody else, still to this day, so much so that right now they're doing it by saying that Brock Lesnar didn't show and all these other things that they're doing, which I think is clearly, again, to put over Roman once again. And so by calling us sheep, it's really the opposite of that. And I don't know if WWE realizes that this is the first time in their history, in the last 10 years, I would say, that they have a audience that is like a rabid sort of mini audience. You know how Star Trek fans, like, you know, there's probably like maybe, I don't know how many of them are left, Star Trek fans, like obsessed, like really fanboy, like Star Trek fans. There might be like 100 to 300,000 left. I don't know if that's true, those numbers. But I would say that Star Trek has a core original fan base of at least 300,000 people, maybe more, who would absolutely like see everything they do, and they love everything, and they're from years ago. They became Star Trek fans years ago. Well, WWE now has that. You know, in the late 90s, yeah, they had those fans that were casuals that were there, but most of the 80s fans, a lot of them had fallen off. But right now, you still have remnants of the Attitude Era fans, the people that all jumped on board then, that are now kind of fans for life. So those are the ones a lot of times that they insult, along with the smarky people and stuff like that. And I think that they underestimate the fact that that fan base is always going to compare this, and with how bad it's gotten, it's going to stick out like a sore thumb all the time to those fans who have been here for that long.
Absolutely. And I feel like when we give them reasons, you know, one of the things that I really clung to his tweet, where he said, all fans can say, you know, he sees that there's strictly venom spewed towards Roman Reigns. And he says, all fans can say, I quote, is, I hate him. Not why, not how, not anything. Stop being sheep and enjoy the show. But we have given them reasons. Why is Roman so protected? Why is he given so many opportunities? Why has he not been able to, you know, advance his career in different lights, in the sense of, you know, a heel turn or things like this? You know, we've seen him been given opportunity after opportunity after opportunity and stepping on others. Is it political in nature? Is it, you know, we have a bunch of legitimate, real complaints, and yet you're just a hater. You're just a sheep. You're just on the bandwagon, when that's furthest from the truth. Time and time again, there's been people that deserve it over Roman, but yet he's in the main event of WrestleMania yet again. Why?
For the fourth time. Exactly.
I mean, it's come to light. I don't know how true this is, but there's a big thing going around right now that said, according to backstage sources, John Cena pushed the idea of Rollins going over at Elimination Chamber to the very end. Creative did not think Rollins versus Lesnar would be believable. It is reported that even 5 minutes before the Elimination Chamber match, Cena begged Creative to reconsider.
I just heard this the other day too, and it's funny because remember the Nexus? How he's like, nope, they gotta lose at SummerSlam, and then you hear this, it's like, not that I think Cena's the same person, but it's just.
Yeah, he's definitely. Well, he had been ostracized so heavily by so many of his friends backstage, Edge and Chris Jericho definitely being two of them, over that decision, that he's even admitted that's one that haunts him, that he wishes he can go back and change. So I feel like he is in tune with what the people want. He is good at doing fourth wall breaks and judging by, you know, audience reaction, seeing what people want. And he said in interviews leading up to Elimination Chamber that Rollins is white hot. And judging by the reaction that he got at the Gauntlet match, he thought that he should have went over. He was the best choice. Yeah. Now we see Roman wins no matter what. That's why we have an issue with Roman Reigns. You had other stars. Braun Strowman deserves a chance. Now I hear, we'll get into this later, but that it might be a fatal 5-way for the Intercontinental Championship.
Wait a minute.
Yeah, that's what we need, more multi-man matches.
Only if it's a ladder match. I heard
that we might end up, instead of it being a 3-way, it'll be Seth Rollins, Finn Balor, and The Miz, and now they're thinking about adding Elias and Braun Strowman.
If it's a ladder match, then I guess it's all right. But again, I don't like multi-man matches.
Yeah, well, they might end up going with the ladder match formula, similar to what they had previous. But the problem is they don't think that Elias and Braun Strowman, they think the feud will last up until Mania between the two to keep things going. But they don't think a match between the two is not only believable, but passable with fans. They don't think that Elias is viewed. Plus, they're thinking about turning Elias face past Mania, so they don't want to have them feuding with each other, with Braun being so over.
So dumb.
Yeah, so having Elias face Braun gets them nowhere. So if they add them into the ladder match or whatever match they have planned going forward, you know, where do we go? And where does Braun go from here if he's not in that match? They already decided they don't want to put him in the triple threat for the main event. So
yeah, his book is open still, and I almost think they're like using him like a reserve. I still think it's going to be Kane because I really believe that they were going to put Braun against Big Show in some like farewell match for the Big Show, and I think that the Big Show being hurt, you know, changed that, and now Kane's going to fill that spot.
yeah,
Now,
originally I had thought so too up until Monday night, but then I had heard that Kane might be nursing some injury as well.
I would be down with like, well, if Kane's injured, then that's it for that. But I would.
Yeah, I mean, this is just, you hear so much, especially building up to WrestleMania season. You don't know a lot of what to be credible, but
I wish it was an Inferno match. I would watch. I would like an Inferno match with Braun and Kane. Yeah, that would be okay. It would have
Loser
to be
becomes mayor of Tennessee.
Yeah, it would be any. I don't know what they would do. Yeah, his lights, his feet, his legs get lit on fire. I don't know. Imagine that if he got burnt badly and then he did become the mayor and he looked like fucking Shredder. Like, that'd be crazy.
Or Two-Face.
Yeah, then when he smiles, like the thing just opens up and he looks crazy.
This comes back from February 3rd, and they noted here that not only did Kane miss a few big spots in the Universal title match, but he was barely able to do anything on Raw the next night in his last man standing match against Braun Strowman. Remember when he got the table flipped on top of him?
Yeah.
They said, Dave Meltzer said the sole reason why Kane hasn't been involved in such a less amount of altercation is that he's working through an injury at this point in time. And this was only, you know, at the beginning of the month, literally. So it seems to be, you know, high speculation that Kane's still injured, and that's why he hasn't been heard from since. At the end of that night, he got written off TV to have some time off. You know, they said that he escaped from the hospital. We haven't seen him since. I bet you they're not sure if he can come back at this point for Mania. So yet again, they don't know exactly what's going to happen.
Yeah, sounds like he's not. I hope he doesn't. I hope he's not hurt, but I mean, whatever. I don't want to see that match, you know, at WrestleMania. So like, I'm game. That'd be such a, you know, it'd be kind of a shitty thing after Braun Strowman was so built up after this whole year. It seemed like they were really doing something with him, and really, it's like
happened last year.
What?
That happened to him last year.
Yeah, it happened
he was
already.
Just starting to get momentum, and then he fucking was in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which now I even hear that might not even happen this year.
Yeah, I've heard that passed around too. But the thing that it reminds me of when the Shield, when they faced the Outlaws and Kane. You know, here you have the Shield being like, you know, the top of their peak of popularity, and you have them in a nothing match at WrestleMania. You know, it was very disappointing to see them squash the Outlaws and Kane in 30 seconds. It felt like.
Yeah.
This all comes back, like I said, I went on a rant the other day on the SmackDown review. This all comes back to me on writing. It's all about the writing in the week-to-week stories. You bring in the indie guys. It doesn't work. You bring in Finn Balor, you bring in Shinsuke, you bring in all these different guys, even AJ Styles, which is like probably one of the more popular guys in the company now. But even with all this, there's still no big characters. There's still no stories. So with both of those things missing, you're still stuck where you are. So the indie guys didn't help. It doesn't matter who you bring up. Doesn't matter. Kenny Omega could come here. It doesn't matter. None of that matters because the stories suck. They just blow. So Roman isn't getting it done. The indie guys aren't getting it done. Nobody's getting it done. And the real reason why they ain't getting it done is because the writing. It all comes back to the writing. It doesn't matter who you sign, who you bring in. They're all at it, writing this casual complacency, and that includes the announce team too. It's all just very, very produced and just stupid. Like it's always like, let's look forward to the matches, not look forward to the stories. We should be looking forward to Monday Night Raw every week when we're not. So it's like you suffer through Raw to get to the pay-per-view to see what the match is, just to see who's going to be the winner, I guess. Like I guess who's going to win is I wonder, and maybe you'll get a good wrestling match maybe. But there's nothing else here. In the 80s, They had big characters and big mic skill, you know, ridiculous over-the-top mic skills. You know, big characters. The wrestling wasn't always that great, but sometimes in the 80s there were really good wrestling matches. And then in the 90s there were decent wrestling matches and not really big characters that much in the early 90s, mid 90s. And then the mid 90s were horrible. And then finally, when the whole NWO thing and the real life in WCW and then WWE did the Attitude Era, I mean, the thing about the reason why WWE won the Attitude Era was because of their storytelling. WCW was doing a really good job because of their characters, like their real life and some of their storytelling too, like the real life story of the NWO. That stuff really triggered everything. But in the end, it became like how cool people were and stuff like that. But again, when you compare them, WWE told the better stories. And if they could do that now, they would have 4 or 5 million people watching. But instead, they'd rather call the fans sheep and just say, oh, you should just like this guy because we said so. For 4 years.
I mean, that's half the reason that fucking people don't like Roman, is not just because he's being forced down our throat. Is like, okay, cool. He's the big dog. Ooh, ah.
Yeah.
Any other reason why I should really give a shit about him?
Yeah.
Exactly. What,
we don't
he
know.
doesn't even have a catchphrase.
I would argue that Coachman's the sheep.
But
I would argue that Coachman is the sheep. You got hired by WWE and you're touting the line, and you sound like the sheep. I would argue that you, Coachman, are the sheep. And you also worked at ESPN, which we know that place is a scumhole. So you are the sheep. How about that? How about you're the sheep? You're walking around saying the same thing the rest of the other company men say. Just deal with it. Just watch and like it. Well, guess what, Coachman? And guess what, WWE? And guess what, Road Dogg and everybody over there? Guess what? You're going to tell people to just like it, just enjoy it? Well, just enjoy the empty house shows. Just enjoy the seats that go missing week after week after week. Enjoy the pyro being gone. Enjoy the fact that the ratings are going to go down, and they have been down. Enjoy all of that. It's going to be great. You're going to love it. You're going to really love it. Then you can keep yelling at the people to just be sheep and just do what they say. We want Roman to be over. You should just be sheep and shut the fuck up.
Dumb question. Did I just realize he spelled the word read wrong?
Yes, he did.
He did. Reads. Okay.
Yes.
I just want to make sure I saw that.
He also said, read social media like it's the Washington Post, as if the Washington Post is important. Who said the Washington Post was important? It's full of fucking liars. Like, so
not the greatest analogy.
Half the shit in that fucking magazine is garbage anyway, so that's dumb. Let's play a super chat from Andre Corbeil.
Super chat party.
Oh, it didn't play because I had to replay it, I guess. I don't know. Andre Corbeil, what did Andre say? Let me see. It doesn't say. I think he just dropped a $2 super chat. Andre, did you say something, man? If you said something, say it in the chat, and I'll try to see. I'm going to go back and see if maybe I screwed up here. Because I would be surprised that Andre wouldn't say something. But maybe he didn't. Maybe he just was like dropping some love.
He didn't have a message with this. Yeah, there was nothing with the super chat.
Okay. All right, my bad. All right, well, thanks, Andre. What's up, Andre?
Good
guys,
to see him back around, though.
If you guys want to keep us horny tonight, then feel free to use the link down below in the description box. The donation amounts are all listed down there below, as they always are. All the amounts are listed. It's at the bottom of the description. The link's up there. You guys can also use the $1 super chat down there if you want a super chat as well. We'll be here. Ask us questions via super chat, via donation, whichever way you want to do it. And here we are for you. I'm sorry. What's next, Jake?
Well, SmackDown, I mean, even with John Cena being thrown into the mix, there was a point in time where John was adding 300,000 to 500,000 viewers, and that was only a year ago. So it's not like the metric is that far off. Actually, 10 months to be exact. Now SmackDown was only up 80,000 viewers from last week, 3% in all. And the search interest in SmackDown, if you go by Google, you search into Google Trends here, you go on their website and type in WWE SmackDown. It's the lowest it's been in 5 years.
Beautiful. Right before WrestleMania. Yeah. Awesome.
In 5 years. It has less of a peak right now. The highest that I've seen so far was from when the draft originally happened around the 2016 time, pre-July, post that point in time. But it's remained about an interest of about 50%. Now it's at the low end of 18% interest. So
I pulled the numbers. I pulled the numbers the other day, and 4.5 million viewed Raw 25. That shows you the potential of audience that's out there. If you could just have another big superstar be created. They're number one. They're missing a number one superstar. They're missing a Rock. They're missing a Stone Cold. They're missing somebody.
Yeah, I've said that for years. The main attraction, that big draw, star power. When Daniel Bryan was around or CM Punk, they don't have that. And
but they're also missing the writing, so it doesn't matter anyway to me.
Yeah,
it won't matter.
You need the writing to get that person to be that over. I mean, that's a huge problem. And like you said, when Coach, he continues on, he said, I worked with media, and he said the hardest thing for people to do is hear, not just listen. If you really hear what Roman said last night, it was probably the best promo he has ever delivered. And I had said that Monday night. I said I like this. It wasn't his, the best in the world, but it was probably the best he's done. And that still speaks volumes because it wasn't even that fantastic.
Well, I would agree that it was one of his best promos, but you know why? But see, I'm not blind. The reason why it was his best promo is because he was told to go out there and treat this like a shoot.
Yes,
that's
exactly.
why it was his best promo.
It's usually hard to suspend disbelief with Roman because he doesn't come off as believable. He doesn't convey emotion properly to the fans and to to anyone really. I mean, he's very monotone and flat and boring. So when he and he swears, he says bitch to make himself look cool.
Yeah.
That dry, cool wit doesn't go far. He never conveys anything but just blandness. So for him to go out there, get a little angry, change his tone a little bit, and he felt like he was speaking from the heart. So adding a bit of emotion to his speech did wonders. People I saw unanimously, for the most part, on Twitter liked it.
But he always goes to that same thing, though. It's always like, and I think the fact is he doesn't want to look at me in the eye because he's a scared bitch. Like, and that's what he just the same thing every time. He's a bitch. It's like,
yeah, but I'll take an improvement of any kind over his promos. Yeah, I know. It's repetitive and fucking the same old shit, but hey.
That's what it is I can't even enjoy Roman because I see what they're doing. They're giving him a crutch. Give him the blood. Give him Stephanie McMahon's spear. Give him Vince McMahon to attack for the first time in forever. Let him swear when other people can't swear.
Let him win the title on Raw. Let him go ahead and main event Mania. Let him win the Rumble.
Just all kinds of weird crutches with Roman Reigns that other people are not allowed to do, but they give it to Roman to help get him over. Now, I'm telling you guys, this is the ultimate crutch right now. People are duped. I got into fights with people on Twitter who are like, Roman's great, Joe, you idiot. Like, Brock Lesnar sucks. And I'm like, yeah, I know, I get it. Like, I'm not happy that Brock Lesnar is never here to defend this belt either. I'm annoyed with it. The WWE knows that. They know that they have Roman and Brock. How are you going to tell a story? Because more than half the fans are going to cheer Brock, kind of. They're going to boo Roman, and you're going to have a situation where the face is getting booed and Brock is getting cheered, and it's kind of a mix of a wishy-wash. And the women are cheering for Roman. A lot of kids are cheering for Roman. Some kids are cheering for Brock, and it's just a mishmash of shit. And so they go, let's create something. We can create something easily. First of all, Brock's kind of leaving anyway. We want to pass the torch to somebody. We always know they were going to do that. And now we've created this whole work where it's like, he doesn't want to show up. And he's ditching on you guys to force the fans to finally cheer for Reigns and to boo Lesnar. And I thought they achieved that. When Roman came out there last night, some dick on Twitter said that the people were cheering Roman. They booed him. And he goes, 200 men booed him. I'm like, yeah, 200 men came across on TV like, boo!
Yeah, like thousands in attendance.
Out of how many? Right, yeah.
Yeah, like half the crowd booed him, I think. At least half the crowd booed him, if not more. And then they did cheer him when he started saying stuff about Lesnar. And the reason why the people cheered him was because they were like, holy shit, I can't believe someone's calling Lesnar out for this, finally. Everything that we've been saying over here, he's now saying it on TV. Oh, my God. You people are suckers. You're a sucker. You got suckered. Like, think about what they do with Roman. They totally suckered everybody. I'm going to go.
Yeah, and Dana White was in cahoots with it.
Yeah,
to make it seem. I mean, Dana White even commented on the chance of Brock Lesnar returning to the UFC. He was on the Sirius XM NASCAR radio Tuesday. They brought up Lesnar. White smiled and answered, what are my chances of Lesnar returning? And he said, they're very, very, very good. Obviously, we know Brock's going back to the UFC. That was his plan all along. I mean, it's not even when at this point. It's after Mania. So you just take a little bit of real life. And that's all it takes to make things work. That's what made Austin and McMahon so great. That's what made, so many of the great feuds throughout time so great. That's what makes the Montreal Screwjob one of the greatest, finishes to a pay-per-view of all time. Because you take a kernel of truth, and that's all you need to make it believable. And that interest factor goes through the roof when people say, holy shit, is it real or not? When you can't tell, when you blur the line, it's magic. I mean, think about it. Everyone talking about the pipe bomb still, and that being the number 2 Raw moment. Yeah, it was special. But in the grandiose things of everything we've seen on Raw, CM Punk sitting on a stage with a microphone, that's the number 2 moment. Think about it. Really, all the wrestling, all the athleticism, everything that we've been through, 25 years worth of it. He was able to top it all just about by sitting with a microphone. That ability is incredible.
Joe, to your point about like storytelling and character and all that stuff, one thing that I also think is a combination as far as WWE recently is the whole shit of like, I think it's control and complacency. I think it's a combination of the two. There's nothing spontaneous anymore. There's nothing that they're taking advantage of for the most part as far as fan popularity. Look how fucking over Rusev Day is. And they feel like they haven't, granted they could still pull the trigger on something, but look how over something as stupid and silly as that and how over it is and how they're really not doing anything with it. Yeah, they got the tag team title match. Woohoo. Rusev is selling out merch like crazy, but because it's not within their plans and they're not in their control, they're not going to, heaven forbid, switch up anything at the last second or go a different direction because the fans want to do it that way. No, heaven forbid. They got other plans and other things to do. And just like we were talking about with the Monday Night War and all that stuff, they're between a combination of complacency and just control of making sure that everything goes exactly the way they freaking want it to. I think that's really what's hurting a lot of the modern day stuff anyway.
Yeah, and did you hear what Lana had to say on Twitter?
I think I retweeted it actually.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Might have, but she said, "Let it be known that Rusev is more over than Nakamura, AJ, Roman Reigns. And Rusev Day deserves to be the WWE champion and main eventing WrestleMania. If you are, SmackDown Live, if you are the land of opportunities, then give my husband his rightful opportunity. Or are we selling propaganda again?"
Well, welcome.
You saw a few people say, like, watch what you're saying. We like you. We don't want to see you fired. But it's not like they won't do very well elsewhere. So
look what happens. Here we go. You got a guy who created a good catchphrase, and I'm willing to bet that they came up with that they pitched that. I guarantee they did, and they were like, Rusev Day, whatever. All right, whatever. Go ahead. And then it got over. But everything creative comes up with sucks or whatever. This is another one of those situations. And if creative did come up with it, but it just shows you Shinsuke Nakamura, sticks and stones break bones. He has no fucking thing to say. He's the artist. What are they going to chant? Artist? No.
That's what I was saying earlier, was that it's a combination of like complacency and just and control. It's
and
not
jizz?
what they created.
Did you say
and so
jizz?
It's not in their plans.
Did you just say come and jizz?
Yes.
Okay. Complacency and just. Oh, okay. Oh, and just. I thought you said.
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. I watched I gotta tell you, I watched a lot of porn earlier.
Those dragon dildos are just fascinating.
They are really blown. Look at Coach trying to figure out why he's not an idiot. God damn,
Boy,
he's boring. I do like Coach, but this is fucking asinine. I keep going back to this. This is hilarious. Nice try,
You
Coach.
have to, because like I said, it's such a blatant slap in the face to fans. For him to go out and say, as of this moment, I still don't know why Lesnar wasn't there, why he didn't show up. I was never told, and that's 100% truth, because it's all bullshit. You want to go ahead, you want to just lash out at everybody. Why? Because you don't like it? I mean, seriously. It just, he doesn't realize it hurts the fans, and then they don't continue to watch the product.
Heaven forbid we actually listen to people who might have a valid opinion over why this shit's not working and why things are going in the direction, instead of, just fucking enjoy it. Oh yeah, that's easily, even if you fucking take it from a business perspective. Hey, my business is not doing well. What should I do? Should I just tell people to fuck it, suck it up and enjoy my business, or actually listen to them? I know, suck it up and enjoy my business.
I will suck it up and enjoy your business anytime you want, bro. I swear to God. You know someone else who will enjoy your business? Tommy NC 2010. Tommy, you called and I missed your call. Go ahead and call me and harass my show like you do all the time. Go ahead. Come on, call up, Tommy. Let's do this.
Andre Corbio said, "Okay, Fabe Day needs to catch on."
Yeah, it's okay, Fabe Day. That should be a T-shirt.
You cocksucker!
I can get behind that.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, I thought you heard the thing I just played. God damn it, I thought it worked. I'm sorry. I thought maybe there was something wrong. But, okay, Connor, call back, bro. I'll put you on the air. Connor, Mr. Conor McGregor wants to call. It must be really Conor McGregor. Guys, if you want to donate tonight, the link is in the description box down below. The link should work now. Some people saying maybe there was a problem. It's up now. And also the super chat button is down there as well. If you guys want to talk, ask questions, call out Coachman, whatever the case. I did invite Coachman to come on the show so that we could, because I don't want to just beat the shit out of someone like, well, they're not here. And I do think Coach is, I think Coach is great. Like I thought it was going to be great when he came back, and I was like, this is going to be great. This, Coachman was good before, but with the writing the way it is and with their narrow-mindedness back there, I can't possibly see him being used in a way that would be beneficial, other than to sit there and sort of be lost at the announce table, just like everybody else is lost because they don't really have a direction for most goddamn people. He did respond to me, and he plugged his show, I think is all he did. Joe, I respect you, brother, and your show, so he respects us. That's nice of Coachman. Even respond. He didn't have to. He could have just blocked me or something. Already addressed this today on Coach 'Em Up Live. I am on to the next thing, which is tomorrow at 7:30 live on Facebook, and he plugs his show. So he has no interest in coming on and defending the comments. And he said here,
he's moving forward.
I'm just going to move forward with it. I don't...
Let me ignore this. This didn't happen.
This is a dumb question. Do you think this will change once Triple H takes over?
Yes. I think so, because I think that...
Or at least not as severe.
Here's the thing that sucks, right? Because Vince McMahon is a genius. I love Vince. And you hear that story about how Triple H didn't like the Jericho segment, the list thing, and how...
Yeah, we talked about that before, yeah.
Yeah, and how Vince was like, you got to do it, and then Triple H, he let him do it when Vince wasn't there or whatever. And then basically, it's like when your boss leaves and leaves the other manager, and you're trying to tell him, like, no, he said I could clean the shelves, and you're like, no, it's a bad idea. But it ended up being a great idea, and it worked. It was like one of the few things that worked. And I think that, and I don't know about, and I know Triple H is really thinks along the line of the NXT and the serious storylines and that sort of passion, and I love that. But I think Triple H could use a little more of that cartoony, goofy sprinkled on top. And I think that Vince could use a hell of a lot more of the better wrestling and then better stories. So Vince is missing two things right now for me. He's missing really good storylines that keep us watching week to week, because every time I watch every week, it feels like another standalone sleepy episode of Raw. They feel like standalone episodes. And right now, we're all into episodes that continue, right? Like shows like Game of Thrones and so on. Even Star Trek Discovery that came back out again went with that whole continuation story. I forget what the name of it is. But, just continuing the story, like, I got to watch next week to see what happens. You may even think, the show isn't as good as it was. But you got to watch next week to see what happens. And right now, Raw they are continuing the stories a little bit, but it doesn't feel like it. It feels like you could watch one Raw show, not watch again for 4 weeks, turn on Raw again, and pretty much you can figure out what's going on.
Yep.
Where back in the day, if you missed a couple episodes of Raw, you'd be like, dude, you missed last week? Oh my God, this happened and this happened. Like,
or even the segments. Like, even there were certain segments that, like, you would see, like, man, Austin, I mean, this is obviously an extreme case, but, like, Vince arrested Stone Cold. Stone Cold's going to be at Raw. They announce it. What in fucking God's name are they going to do?
Right.
Where now it's like, John Cena addresses his WrestleMania opponent. Like, well, you just told us half the reason he's fucking there.
Yeah. And who cares? And then everybody's going to come out, too, and say, I need my WrestleMania match, and I want a moment at WrestleMania. The storyline with almost all the roster, with 80% of the roster is, I want to be at WrestleMania. I need to find out how to get to WrestleMania. I need to figure it out. Like, what? What? Why does everybody have to come out and say, like, oh, I need to get to WrestleMania. I need to get my storyline or whatever. It just, like, it pulls back the wool.
I know Cena said he wanted to earn it, too, but I don't want to skip over this, but it really bothers me. And I know maybe I'm looking too far into things, but it's like, today everyone gets that participation trophy. These are one of the things that just obnoxiously drives me crazy. And I can't help but feel like, well, what are you going to do to get me to WrestleMania? And I know Cena said, oh, I want to earn it. But then he gets put in the match against AJ. So you didn't earn it. You got to face, and you beat him fucking clean. You beat him clean in the middle of the ring.
He wants to earn it by utilizing a fucking free agent loophole and jump over to another brand where normally he wouldn't be able to do that. Yeah, no, that's earning it.
His brother-in-law gave him the ability to get on to the main event.
He fucking lost the Rumble, lost the Chamber, and now that's his third strike. Like,
exactly.
Come on.
But Daniel Bryan, his or I should say soon-to-be brother-in-law, was like, yeah, sure, I'll put you in the main event. You can face AJ. And then he beats AJ Styles fucking clean.
Yeah, that was
he
one of...
He hulked up. He looked to the WrestleMania sign and fucking juked himself, and it's like, Oh God.
That was one of the many aneurysms I got from Tuesday night SmackDown.
I didn't get to see it last night. When I saw this earlier today, I was like, what?
Don't.
What?
It's gonna make you more mad. Trust me.
I couldn't fathom why they decided to be. I mean, wasn't there another way to get him there? Couldn't he have faced anyone else besides AJ for a chance?
Yes.
Isn't that?
Yes, he could have. Yes, he could have.
Why did he have to beat the WWE champion clean in the middle of the ring?
Because at this point, I think SmackDown Creative is full of Helen Keller.
They have to be. I mean, seriously, but everyone wants their chance to go to Mania. Well, earn it. Get there. Get a title shot or be the champion. Make yourself relevant.
Or both.
Exactly. I never, even Stone Cold went and when he lost the Rumble, he made it so he could challenge McMahon in the fucking cage match. Like he did what he had to get there. The Rock lost the title multiple times before WrestleMania 15, and then he lost it the pay-per-view before, or no, at St. Valentine's Day Massacre he lost it, and he won it back the next night on Raw.
Dude, even when you look back, when you compare wrestling right now, and you even compare it to like 2006, like when I just fucking swallowed coffee the wrong way. When you compare it to like the DX thing. Do you remember the DX story, the reuniting of Shawn Michaels?
They got back together, the show, their former selves tour.
Dude, they went like they I don't know when they decided to bring DX back, but they had basically like a 3-month story going before that even came about. Like they were, Vince was battling with HBK, and then I think they realized what they could do, and that's when they started battling with Triple H. I think the Triple H thing was forced, but the HBK thing had already been going on. And that forced Shawn and Triple H to get back together. And they had the Spirit Squad beating up Shawn and all this stuff. And Triple H was nowhere to be found. And then Triple H is getting attacked. And then he's getting beat up by the Spirit Squad. And then finally, they had that one night where they looked at each other or whatever. And then
built to that moment.
And it didn't happen.
They had to go and they had to, Triple H had to get Shawn from like the kitchen or something. I remember.
No. This
is the 06 reunion. I know what Joe's talking about.
Yeah, that's a later one.
And I love that because they started out with Shawn and Vince in like November, and then they did all the way through to the Mania, and they kept going to do that.
Yep.
And then I think it was
remember too at WrestleMania 22, Shawn Michaels did the suck it off the ladder, and like you were marked out at home. You're like, oh shit,
right.
And they were like, this is the old Shawn Michaels, and then
and
then Triple H did the suck
match.
it against Cena, and everybody doesn't. Yeah, that was fucking amazing, dude. That build was awesome.
Little moment
because it was a natural progression because you saw Shawn and it's like, okay, Triple H is starting to do shit with Vince. I wonder if and it just happened to come across like that. And it was a natural progression. Whereas now it's like.
But even the build with when Triple H is getting attacked by Spirit Squad, and they're like, Mickey, come on out here, and then he's like, Kenny, get out here, I want him to enjoy it too. And then then he comes flying out and lands on his back, and Shawn comes out, and you're like, oh shit, like dude, that build right there, that was PG era time. That was right when I think did they just start going PG?
Right.
That was
before.
like right at the transition point.
It still wasn't the old DX. It had it did have like they were saying like Vince sucks cock and stuff like that. So
yeah, but they still they weren't as goofy as they were later on.
Remember when Batista got a title shot for no fucking reason right before WrestleMania 26?
Oh my God, yeah, you're right. I don't really remember.
I just got a flashback of that. Whereas like Cena, I think, won the Elimination Chamber, and then Vince is like, "Well, Batista did me a favor, so now you get a title shot." And that's literally what their bill for fucking WrestleMania 26 for the WWE title.
What's funny in the chat, Finn Balor forever just said DX and PG is like Game of Thrones of Disney. But let me tell you this, Finn Balor, what's really gonna melt your fucking mind is when the guys from Game of Thrones work on the next Star Wars trilogy, which will be by Disney. So how about that mind
so
fuck?
There you go. It all connects somehow.
We don't know what's going to happen there.
Separation.
I mean, you can do PG though, and make it entertaining and make the storyline build. And if you don't believe me, NXT is obviously the clear-cut fucking example of that. They have simplistic storylines, but they have enough characters that they have enough unique time in those characters and enough unique build that you actually invest and give a shit about it. Banks and Bailey is a clear example of that. I mean, they've been building up. I mean, Gargano and Ciampa. Look at that. That's been going on for what, almost a year now.
Yeah.
And just building that up
Almost.
for the whole time. I mean, granted, Ciampa's injured for most of it, but still, like, just the whole build up for it. Just, I don't. If you can do it on a smaller scale, what is preventing you from doing it on a larger scale? I don't understand.
That's a great point too, because like you said, John Cena gets right back the fuck into it. I hate to go back and be like, oh, Undertaker and Shawn, but remember the second time they were going to face up, Undertaker said no. Shawn was a desperate man, but it didn't happen overnight where he said finally yes. It took weeks. Yeah. It was like 7 weeks altogether, and you had, asking and begging, and Shawn was doing all the promos, and then Shawn we thought was going to win the Rumble, and he lost, and then we thought that was it, and then he screwed over the Undertaker for the belt at the Elimination Chamber, I forget what name of the pay-per-view it was then. And oh my God, to see him come out of the grate and screw Undertaker.
Yeah, because it was the first time anyone had ever done that.
Yeah, and it was like, oh my God, like you knew he was a broken, desperate man, and that was the only chance he saw he had left. But it was a slow burn, as you said. And we don't have any of that. There is no long-term booking.
Hey, 301's on the phone. What's up, 301?
Hey, Joe. How's it going?
Hey, good, man. How you doing? What do you got tonight?
All right, I just got a couple of things. I'll say I'm gonna be going to DC Comic Con the end of March, and Tommy Dreamer's gonna be there, New Day's gonna be there, and Christian's gonna be there. Do you think, people they have like a Q&A panel thing? Do you think they would actually answer like real questions from the fans, or you don't think they're gonna actually answer honestly about if we ask them like, what the hell's going on with WWE right now?
No, I don't think so. I don't think they know what they're doing. I mean, what do you guys think? I don't know. I don't think they care.
It depends on, well, honestly, and I know this is going to sound like a bullshit thing to say, but it does depend on the question. If you say like straightforward, what the fuck's wrong with you, WWE? I'm going to take a guess and say they're going to be inclined not to fucking answer. But if you say something along the lines of, hey, how do you feel about the SmackDown Tag Team division? Because I think New Day's been, I don't want to say they're the most vocal person, but I think they have been honest about certain answers in the past, but it's hard to say. I think Dreamer would probably be the most honest out of them all, but I guess it just depends on what questions and how you phrase them.
By the way, I got to plug something. We're going to take some more phone calls and all that stuff, but I got to plug something real quick because this Sunday, guys, if you're in Massachusetts, Top Rope Promotions Sunday in New Bedford, I'm going to be doing commentary out there, so come on out and check out the show, and it's going to be a good show. Tommy Dreamer is going to be in the house, the innovator of violence in Brockton, Massachusetts. It's going to be a good one. Sunday, 7:30 p.m. bell time at the Brockton VFW. I'm sorry, that's March 9th. This is March 4th in New Bedford. So March 4th in New Bedford. Just check out the Top Rope Promotions Facebook page. All the dates will be there. I'll be at almost all the dates, so you can come hang out with me, see all the wrestlers, and, of course, March 4th, Sunday, Tommy Dreamer. Also, my James Ellsworth interview, that podcast, it was kind of just we hung out and talked a little bit. That's going to be up on Patreon on March 1st with James Ellsworth. 301, 203's on the phone. What's up, 203?
Hey, Joe, what's going on?
What's going on, man?
What's up, Patrick?
I just want to know what's going on with these storylines these days, as really compared to like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, even like when the whole PG era actually started, like 2008, and it kind of went as far as, okay, now I'm going to stop watching WWE and jump to TNA. You know what I mean? Like that whole type of thing.
Yeah, it's kind of weird when you think about it. TNA was so amazing a year ago when they had the Hardy thing going on, because they had the Hardy thing with the deletions. We were all glued to that. Not only did they had that, but they had EC3 stories, Eli Drake's story. They had the what's her face? The Decay. Decay was great. They had so many different stories. Wrestlers were shooting on each other. Dude, like for a little while, I don't know if people out there didn't watch TNA Impact Wrestling a year ago, about a year and a half ago, you missed a little flash in the pan of old WWE and maybe WCW stuff. Like you missed about maybe 4 to 6 months of fire. Like they were fucking fire for about 4 to 6 months, and it all went to hell. over there. It all went to hell over there.
It's really true.
But for a little while,
I just love how you built it up. Like, you missed some great stuff, and it just went to shit.
yeah, it fell right on its face. I mean, but really, it's weird. Like, they were beating WWE at that time. We were like fucking, dude. I was excited to watch those deletions and to some of those events. Like, I was like really excited. I was like marking out. It's hard to get me to mark out. So that just proves to you, proves to the WWE. And by the way, what they did was mostly PG. They didn't really do anything that was TV-14. So that tells you right there. You were able to make 33-year-old jaded Joe Cronin. Okay, maybe I make a fucking T-shirt. Jaded Joe Cronin, who normally would shit on TNA. I would shit on TNA. You made jaded Joe Cronin tell every one of my listeners that they got to be watching what TNA is doing for that 6 months, 8 months, whatever it was. And so that tells you right now that if WWE does that, I'll be on board as well. And they started getting there a little bit with SmackDown a year ago. And almost SmackDown is almost a reflection of TNA. We started sort of kind of getting excited about SmackDown. SmackDown was telling better stories weekly than Raw was. And SmackDown has fallen flat off the fucking face of the earth.
Yeah, lowest interest in 5 years, and that's proof. That's from Google Trends. They can tell you how much is being searched on a daily basis.
Unbelievable.
I mean, it is. Joe, on a side note, Patrick's going to test of strength in East Hartford, Connecticut for wrestling school, and his teacher is who is it? Oh, it's Slick Wagner Brown.
Oh, dude, Slick Wagner Brown. That's awesome, dude. You tell him you know Joe Cronin.
I was talking about the show with him actually yesterday at class. We were having the SmackDown discussion before we left, and we were doing the final matches of the night. And he's a tough man, let me tell you. I took a bad bump yesterday, my first bad one, and just violently did those projectiles out. You know what I mean? But even then, just noticing with the school, it's like there's so many great storylines that can happen and so many great characters. Like there's this one guy Sammy, or Hippie Dicky Moon is this kid's name coming out test. Now he's amazing. All of these guys are so great, and even my buddy is like, oh, what's the chances of now, you have independent wrestling has a faction, we're like, right. Huh. You could go like, oh, we're going to be the unholy trinity. You know what I mean? Get as much heel work as you can do and try to get the indies as to where you can enjoy the stories even as much as the wrestling, like you cannot do on TV nowadays.
No, absolutely, dude. I got to tell you, it's been a little while with Top Rope Promotions because Top Rope takes a break a lot of times around like January, February, and March. So we're in the break time right now. But there have been a good run of 3 to 6 months of Top Rope Promotions locally that I know the 200 or so hardcore Top Rope fans that follow us around different places enjoyed the stories. I enjoyed them. They did a great job of, at the end of every show, there was always 1 or 2 or 3 things that were going to continue at another show. And I'm telling you, man, it was so great to be. It's so great to be an announcer there. Unfortunately, they don't have the sort of the build of many of these other like New York companies with a stable place to shoot from all the time and things like that. They're kind of, they're a little bit old school in many of the things they do. If only they would do some new things that wrestling companies do now. But what I will say is like it's a treat to call it because I can always call back what happened. Like right now, JT Dunn's about to take on Teddy Goods for the 3rd time. And there's a whole story there built up. And it's like I have all this previous information to go off of instead of just always different matchups and it doesn't matter. They literally have better stories than WWE, which is retarded to say that. Like, it's so stupid. Like, that is the dumbest thing ever.
It's mind-boggling. It really is.
Yeah, there's really no good storylines at all at the very moment. Honestly, like, I have so much hope for Finn and, Braun Strowman, Dozer. I talk to you almost every day about it and how can they make this worse? Oh, just when you think it's going to get better, they just plop out pancakes right on your face and don't even, you know what I mean? Like SmackDown Live has gone to a total nonsense in the last year. Shane started out so strong and then he's nothing.
Well, it's almost like they think, we'll bring out the pancakes and that's just funny. And it's not working anymore because it's all the same thing with New Day. Those guys are great. And let me tell you something. they have had a run that was amazing. But unless something starts to now elevate them or they start to do something more to elevate themselves, right now they're on cruise control.
Yeah, they're the equivalent of IHOP.
Right.
Go back to the Impact when he was, what was it, Apollo Creed? When he was amazing in Impact. Like,
Apollo Crews. Yeah, well, now he's just Apollo, but yeah, Apollo.
No.
no. I'm talking about
Xavier Woods' old character. Yeah.
Austin Creed.
Austin Creed. There you go. Yeah, I think it was Austin Creed. Here's your boy Slick Wagner Brown. Look at this. Well, here he is. Can you hear this?
I watched him.
Here's your trainer. Look at this man. This man is going to take you to wrestling school in Connecticut, and he's going to whoop your ass. Look at the cool look in the eyes of Slick Wagner Brown. This man has been everywhere in wrestling for quite a while. He knows what he's doing. He knows what's at stake in this match. If you lose, you missed an opportunity. If you win, you just put yourself on the map. Look at that, and right after Danny Miles, Kenwood going after Escobar. Watch this, watch this move that Slick Wagner Brown does. I fucking love this, bro. I love this. Slick Wagner Brown burying him deep into Danny Miles, who follows up with a knee. This is gonna get crazy. Big uppercut by Danny Miles. Chris Escobar just with a low blow, I believe, on Kenwood. Referee's in the inside of the ring, though. Over the top goes Wagner Brown to the outside. Miles. Wagner Brown follows it up. Suicide dive. Dude, I love that suicide dive by Wagner Brown.
He was trained by Killer Kowalski, right?
Yes, he was. He's actually like noted as Killer Kowalski's top trainer or top student or something like that.
Yeah, dude. He was when I was training, he'd already been through the system over at Killer Kowalski's. When I came into Killer Kowalski's, Kofi Kingston was there and had been there a couple times, and that's why I worked with Kofi in New England Championship Wrestling. I had one match with Kofi Kingston, but it was a tag team match, and I almost didn't do anything because we took the loss pretty quickly. But you know, everybody that came out of that school was amazing. If anybody ever wants to train, I mean, those are all the guys. Brian Malonis is doing the Kingpin. Brian Malonis is doing I believe he's doing a seminar or something this weekend. Look that up. If you don't know who Brian Malonis is, he was also trained by Killer Kowalski. He was the one Vince McMahon showed up at the school, at Kowalski's school, and Brian Malonis got to basically have a match with John Cena or whatever, and then he ended up FUing Vince McMahon. Or I'm sorry, Cena FU'd Vince McMahon. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Vince McMahon came to the wrestling school.
I saw that on YouTube the other day, actually.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's the wrestling school I went to. I mean, right, and then after that, Sasha came through the door. Sasha Banks came through the door after that. I was already out of that place when Sasha came through the door, and I wasn't there long. I was only there a little while, and then I went and got trained somewhere else. But, you know.
Now tell me, did Sasha botch her way walking to the ring or no?
No, I thought she was. Oh, dude, let me tell you something. I was, you know, when they have sometimes wrestling schools have those student shows, and all the students sit around the ring. Well.
We do that every week.
I had just paid them a couple bucks, and I had come in, and I was going to start training there again, and that was going on. Sasha Banks was having a match with somebody. I think it's on YouTube, actually. She was having a match with a guy, and they fucking tore it up in that ring, and or she did, and I was like, wow. I said, damn, this girl is good. Her name was Mercedes at the time. And Mercedes I was like, who is this girl? And someone's like, Mercedes. And I'm like, damn, she is hot. She is good in the ring. Like, what the fuck, man? I was like, this girl's better than like most of these guys that I've been looking at last couple weeks. And look, it's funny how all these people come out of that school. Triple H came out of that place. Kowalski's China came out of there. Prince Albert came out of there. Many other wrestlers that you know from nowadays have come out of that school. So, you know, Northeast is huge. here for wrestling. But yeah, you're that's gonna be awesome in Slick Wagner Brown School. That's cool, man. I'd come by there. I love him, and I don't know if he know. Did he know who I was when you said I'm the top rope commentator?
Yeah, he mentioned that he knew who you were, and he knew that you had a show. And I said I literally watch his show like every week, and then I put on the SmackDown review because it was right after my bad bump, and I was videotaping. So I was like, if I can't do this right at this very moment, I'm just gonna videotape it so I could study it every moment that I'm not in this building. You know what I mean? So it's just like he, when we were watching the SmackDown review, he was agreeing with literally everything you said. Like from how even like Shinsuke, like he just needs to come out and just be like, you die, and like, or the Oscar, like I break your arm, stuff like that. Like he totally agrees 100% with you.
Yeah, here's some. This isn't the match I was talking about, but here's Sasha at the school. I mean, this is a ring I took bumps in only for a little while, and I mean, there
that's at the school there. Yeah.
Yeah, this is it's now the New England Pro Wrestling Academy. I think I'm sorry, what was it? Brian Fury still owns it, I believe. He bought it a little while back.
Oh, really?
He bought it, and then he's doing a partnership with Chaotic again.
Right.
I actually live 2 streets away from that school.
Yeah. Okay, Fabe, this is his territory. I had to drive about 45 minutes to get here. But, there's Sasha working very early on, of course, as Mercedes. And
you didn't see her botch in NXT either.
No.
I wonder what happened, if she lost her confidence or if she's just what, because it happens often now. It's kind of like part of her motif. It's just not what you expect. She was the boss. She demanded your attention, and now it's like you're worried she's going to kill herself in the ring.
I mean, sure.
Look at that. She executes a suicide dive perfect through the ropes, takes down 3 male competitors, telling them to suck it beforehand. It's like, and now you get, this bullshit.
Hey, there's Anthony Jones. I know him too. Another great guy who's going to be in NXT soon. Good guy, good referee.
That guy kind of looks like Snitsky over there.
Yes. Oh, that's Brian Fury. He's the one who owns the school now. He used to go by Straight Edge Brian Fury. Now he just retired. I actually called his I called his third to last match ever at Pro Wrestling Match with Matt Stryker, a DVD that will never come out because for some dumb reason the company just never put the DVD out. We called Bully Ray. We called a great show, and they never released the DVD. They didn't even allow me to put it together. I told them I'll do it for you for free and you can sell it, and they didn't even do it. So I couldn't believe that. That was Brian Fury's last match. Or one of his last matches, and I said, Jesus. We got to play some.
That too.
We got a phone call. We got to take in a second, but let's. Wait a minute.
Let's face it, this company won't become half decent again until Triple H takes over.
I think that was Kangaroo Stew. Yeah, thank you, Kangaroo Stew. I agree. I mean, it could get interesting with Triple H. Kelvin Lopez, thanks for subbing. 203, you're the caller, right? You got to talk, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, hey, listen, keep me informed. Slick Wagner Brown's a good guy. He is a hard ass though, dude. He booted. I've never seen him do anything crazy in the ring. But he did boot Hurricane the other day, man. He whooped his ass. Broken Lion, thanks for the $1. What's up, Broken Lion? Yeah, dude, Hurricane Helms took a fucking waffle by Slick Wagner Brown a couple months ago. I was like, damn. I went into the locker room. They were laughing about it. He goes, I got to be honest, on commentary, I sold that thing out the window because I thought you were dead. And he was like, hey, sorry, But yeah, so yeah, Slick Wagner could be pretty hard, but he's a real cool guy. And he's pretty, he listens, I think, a lot. Sometimes you can get trainers that don't give a shit.
It's a very awesome environment. He understands the family.
Roderick Strong for Cruiserweight Champ.
Family type-esque environment.
Yeah. Well, good luck, and let me know how that goes. I'd love to hear about how it goes, and come down to a Top Rope show and see Slick Wagner Brown with us. ADTR, motherfucking ADTR. Roderick Strong for Cruiserweight Champ. ADTR, maybe. Has the personality of a briefcase, but, He
had a killer match with Kalisto on 205 Live. Jesus Christ.
Don't you think the Rey Mysterio... We're going to get into the Rey Mysterio rumors in just a second.
Into a...
$9 for a fuck. Someone donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your wife. $9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9.
Hi Joe Cronin. Hi Jake DeMarco. Just curious. What are your top 5 favorite wrestlers of all time?
My top favorite wrestlers. Walmart associate. Thank you so much, man. Oh, write it down. Write down the question.
$9 for a fuck.
Do it again.
Donated 9. I'm getting hard. I got 9 inches inside of your
Do it again.
$9. I'm shooting my semen to the ceiling. I'm coming and my balls have turned blue. $9. Suck my dick. Suck all of my dick.
I just read an article saying Bray Wyatt may be let go because of negligence to his kids.
Oh my God.
Y'all think it's true?
Well,
No.
we heard about We heard about the negligence, Alabama, but I don't believe that's something they would fire him over. I don't think so. He'd have to slap a bitch.
Yeah, negligence in what sense though? Like endangerment or?
Yeah. If it was like Kodak Black or whatever. Well, even that wasn't really like endangerment, I guess. But yeah, like if it was dangerous to children, yes. If he's not paying child support, that's for the courts. They don't care. Like that's.
Yeah, no. But I mean, like if he decided to give him too much Benadryl and duct tape him, you know, I just call that Saturday. But whatever.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, dude. Sasha was great then. She was Mercedes. I love Mercedes, dude. I loved Mercedes. I thought she was the best. And to see her come to WWE, dude. If you guys remember back when Sasha got signed, I was fucking flipping out. I was like, oh, what the fuck? I know her, you know? Like it was awesome, dude. There's so many people that I know that are in WWE right now. Mike Bennett, dude. Mike Bennett has always been somebody who's like patted me on the back and been like, dude, you're fucking really good at whatever and like, I mean, all these guys are great. I love. That's why like this guy deserves more of a shot, not just because I know him, but because I've seen what he does other places. He's
especially with
than this.
overcoming everything with addiction. Like they could really use him as an you know, more of a model. You know.
Yeah, his T-shirt could be "I tasted my own tears."
Absolutely. You know, but he really could be inspirational. He is already. So, and I can't skip over this, but no, that said, Bray's ignoring his children. He's too busy eating JoJo's ass.
Yeah, right. Now, I'm not denying that he might be being a little bit of a shit father right now because of his whatever, but you don't know if the mother is being a bitch, if she's lying. You know,
yeah,
you don't know.
There's multiple sides to those types of stories, unfortunately.
I mean, he kind of did cheat on her, though, and leave her. So, I mean, you know, he's probably in another fucking world. He's eating JoJo's pussy, dude. You can't blame him. He's all fucked up, dude. He eats that pussy. You don't know. You don't even remember he has kids. He's like, what?
There's something left over in the beard. You know, that's what's got him busy.
Gets a phone call from his wife, like, you missed his birthday. And he's like, oh. Like, he don't fucking know.
The darkness of the world will consume my child.
I was just in a dark cave of wonder. And I
will consume the darkness of her asshole.
Tell the child not to worry that the Reaper is coming. You know?
Yeah, did you hear how Connor's kid was making noise and he had to get up and be a dad? Well, if you were eating JoJo's pussy, that kid would still be crying. Like you'd just be like,
exactly.
Fuck that. Fuck that. Well, our best, our what did he say? Our top favorite superstars. Did he say 2 or 3? What did he say? Do you remember?
Top 5. But...
Jesus. All right. That's tough for me, but let me try.
I know you're number 1, but
currently or all time?
Yeah, I think he means all time. I believe he means all time.
I think he was going for all time, but
we've done this a million times. I feel like, but I mean, I'll throw Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold, The Undertaker, Bret Hart. There's Macho Man. Like, there's got to be another. There's probably a couple other ones that I can't.
Yeah, I'd have to go with Doink, Roman Reigns. Isaac Yankem,
you know,
Fake Diesel,
even,
you know.
And it depends too. Like, there's different categories. Like, I can appreciate different, like, you know what I mean. Like, if you said, "Oh, who's the best? Who could you watch just jump in the ring and have matches together?" You know, there's so many different things. You know,
yeah,
like,
that's the thing. Like, I really, really loved Stone Cold Steve Austin. I want to go back to him really quick too. It's just a short thing, but it shocked me. But I've always thoroughly loved Stone Cold. He was my favorite throughout the Attitude Era. No holds barred. He has to be up there. But The Rock, my God, I have such an affinity towards him because of my grandmother's love for him. Like, you know, so there's a lot of emotion there. And I mean, she would have killed a classroom of kindergartners just to get close to him. You know, so it just. Who else? I would have to say, you know, Trish Stratus was another top favorite. You know, she was something else. You know, my God, she was always extremely impressive and beautiful.
James Ellsworth.
Yeah, no chin. You know, any man with two hands and a dream. What about you, OK Fabe?
I mean, a lot of the ones that Joe kind of said. Taker, Flair, obviously, are the first two on the top. My Taker will always be my all-time favorite. Taker, Flair, Shawn Michaels. I'd throw Punk in there. I would throw CM Punk in there. Probably Stone Cold. Those would probably be my top 5 around that. Just off the top of my head.
See, it's weird. It's like if you put Stone Cold, like, oh, Stone Cold's gonna have a match with so and so. You know, the match wouldn't be the greatest thing. Like you could. Stone Cold was all about emotion and what he did in promos and things like that. And then the match had so much impact because of that. And he didn't have to do much. He just walk around and stomp and kick and throw you over the top and throw you in a pole.
Yeah, it was the psychology, the build-up.
But
him actually getting to lay hands on whoever his opponent was. He made that fever pitch. You know, you were just erupting with fucking excitement.
Yeah, even Flair, like, if you go back into, like, NWA Flair, like the 80s, that's when, to me, he was the most exciting because he was just so fucking crazy on his own. And then his matches were so good with guys that would sell a certain way. Like, he was wonderful then. Like, he really was.
Yeah, he was so over the top.
But matches is more like what I look at. Like, you can have Undertaker and Shawn Michaels. Those two. Like, everyone, it's funny that everybody talks about WrestleMania 25 and 26, but forget that. Throw that out the window, dude. They had a Hell in a Cell match that was unbelievable. Their Hell in a Cell match.
The debut of Kane.
It was in the debut of Kane. Yeah, it got ruined and stuff. But that Hell in the Cell match was one of the best Hell in the Cell matches ever. Nobody got
Meltzer
thrown
gave
off
it
the
5
top.
stars. People forget that all the time. You know, that was one of the rare few matches that got a 5-star rating.
Yeah, and that was that was Bad Blood or something?
Bad Blood. Yeah.
Yep.
My God, these two guys have chemistry that's insane because you knew it then that they had good chemistry because Shawn could jump around and do all the things he could do. Even his match with Diesel, I think, is like one of my favorite Diesel matches at WrestleMania 11. Like, they didn't even do a whole hell of a lot, but the story with the way that Shawn would just throw his body around made it great. And Bret Hart had so many good matches with people. You know, you can say what you want about Bret Hart and all these things that people hate on Bret Hart. It doesn't make any sense to me. You know, Roddy Piper and Bret Hart at WrestleMania 8 is like one of the best matches at WrestleMania at the time.
Oh, Roddy Piper too.
That is besides Macho Man and Ricky Steamboat. That is one of the first 10 years of WrestleMania. That is one of the first 10 years of WrestleMania. I would rank that top 5 WrestleMania matches in the first 10 years of Mania. If you watch WrestleMania 8,
I could see why you'd say that.
Because of the story, they even had blood, the wrestling match. Dude, I remember Bret hit him with like a forearm, like a flying forearm, and Roddy Piper shot himself like into the ropes, and he like bounced up and down through the ropes and then went flying through to the outside, and it just looked like a violent car crash. It looked awesome, and it was sold so well. And nowadays, you don't see anything like that. You see them either actually hit each other and it doesn't look good, or somebody gets hit and then they like just throw themselves out in a weird, careful way. Like, it's just really weird. But that selling was amazing then. And Bret Hart did it with Roddy Piper. Bret Hart did it with Shawn Michaels. Bret Hart did it with Stone Cold Steve Austin. And by the way, I'm a Shawn Michaels guy over Bret Hart. But Bret just keeps popping up. He has that Stone Cold match, WrestleMania 13, Bret Hart and Stone Cold, they had amazing chemistry. And it's like, even The Undertaker, he had pretty good chemistry with The Undertaker too. I think Shawn obviously has better, but you know, I don't know. There's just so many guys you could talk about, and I don't know.
Absolutely.
And Kurt Angle, Benoit. Really Kurt Angle and Benoit too. You got to mention all Eddie Guerrero. I love Eddie Guerrero too. We can't not mention Eddie Guerrero.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, that's a fact too, and it's hard to overlook Benoit at times. You know, he was so impressive. I mean, so impressive.
Yeah.
The things that he would put his body through.
Dude, WrestleMania, the one,
unbelievable.
The one with him and Triple H, the main event where Benoit won the belt. Dude, Benoit Benoit murders himself in that WrestleMania.
He completely
choice of words.
Yeah, he
oh my God, you're right. I'm sorry.
His head.
See, I
think
completely
about the chair shots and the brutality.
See, I disconnect myself from that so much that I don't even realize that I said that, because it's like I can't pause. I just pretend like he never did what he did, because if I think about that, I lose my mind. So I just pretend that guy had a mental breakdown with his mind, and that's not the wrestler. You know, the man that murdered his family isn't I'm gonna separate the both of them, and that's just it. I'm not gonna glorify him too much because it's weird, but the fucking guy put on a goddamn. He out Shawn Michaels in that match, which is just you never do that.
No.
Nope.
That's the truth. That's for damn sure. He really was, one of a kind in that aspect, and he would put his body through so much. Like you said, though, you really have to just disconnect yourself, especially as parents. And I mean, anybody can see, the horror that he caused. But being wrestling fans, he'll never be in the Hall of Fame. And for people that still argue that he should be, that it'll never happen.
Best. They'll never glorify a murderer.
Someone asked me why. Someone asked us why Daniel Bryan isn't on that list. Daniel Bryan isn't on that list because he's still a noob. I mean, Daniel Bryan really showed up, started coming into his own, started going, and then that was it. Daniel Bryan really didn't do enough to like. I think Daniel Bryan's my favorite matches of him, of course, were the WrestleMania match where he won. The SummerSlam match he had with Cena was pretty good. And also that Bray Wyatt match at the Rumble.
That was good.
And I'm sure there's a couple other ones around, but I would still take Roddy Piper and Bret Hart's WrestleMania 8 match over, I think, any Daniel Bryan match. So
a lot of times when people ask, though, who are your favorites, I look at it as who were your favorites. I usually don't go to today's pool, even though there's a lot of people that I really enjoy from today. AJ Styles and Finn Balor. I usually look at it as a past tense, not present, So that's a bit of a disconnect for me,
let's say
too.
that AJ Styles stays in the WWE another 6 years, which I don't think he will, but let's just say he stays here 6 more years. He could jump onto my list.
Oh,
and
easily.
He could justifiably earn a spot now.
But it would be wrestling wise. But the problem with AJ Styles, the problem for AJ Styles with making Joe Cronin's illustrious 5-man list or 10-man list or whatever you want to call it, is the fact that he has his promo skills. I don't care for anything about him other than his wrestling. So I mean, I know he's a great guy, and I really love AJ Styles. He's my favorite wrestler right now. But I'm the champ that runs the camp. Come on out here, Cena, and I'll tell you what I'm going to do to you. I'm going to put you in a freaking headlock because I'm the champ that runs the camp. Sorry, that ain't going to get it done for me as far as mega superstar. But despite that, the funniest thing about that is in a place that's supposed to be superstars and entertainment and all this shit, AJ Styles is still my favorite wrestler that's here. And the guy doesn't have a boisterous character. Can you imagine what would happen if a guy came along that did have a character? Like, it would be crazy. It would be amazing. AJ Styles should be like the Shawn Michaels, or should be the like Ricky Steamboat of the company. He should be the guy he's not carrying the top 3 spots, but he sure is the best wrestler that's on the card. That's what AJ Styles should be, but it's not that way. Because nobody
him claiming
else
to be the face that runs the place before he even really was on SmackDown for a week, it felt like, was very odd. I know you kind of had a hard time accepting that as well. Then, we both commented on it saying, "What are you, the face that runs the place? How are you the running anything? You just got here. It didn't work.
It was a heel thing. I mean, I get that.
I do get it was a heel thing, but I think there was better avenues for him to go down than to stick with that. I mean, now it's just a catchphrase, so it works. But like you said, and I really wish he wasn't the next Shawn Michaels. I wish he was the next AJ Styles. I wish there was a more originality to him. But unfortunately, his wrestling is its own style and next level for sure. But his mic work definitely seems a bit lacking.
I was always a huge fan of Eddie Guerrero because when I met Eddie Guerrero, I stood next to him and I said, "Damn, I'm like I'm your height." Eddie Guerrero was my size, and I thought, man, if I could work out really hard and get in really good shape, I can already jump high, I can already sell. I could do this. Like he was like not my Rey Mysterio. It was Eddie Guerrero that I said, this guy's my size. If I could just bust my ass and get in this type of shape, this gives me hope that I could be a wrestler. Because Shawn Michaels was like 6'1". Shawn Michaels was pretty tall. And I said, people be like, oh, Shawn Michaels is a little guy. I'm like, no, Eddie Guerrero's a little guy. And so I really like that about Eddie Guerrero. And that's when I first stuck on to him, was because of his size. And
I can see that. And that's that also, like you were saying before, I can draw the correlation between Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles as well. People draw that up at times. just because they both aren't great in the sense of, promo and mic work. But they always delivered in the ring. But Eddie Guerrero, I don't want to say I didn't like him, because I did like him, but I didn't care for his character. But you weren't supposed to most of the time. He was the heel, and at that point in time, I was like, oh, but it worked. It absolutely worked.
Well, he didn't gear towards you anyway, like technically speaking. Like he was more for, let's face it, like Latino.
Oh, absolutely. But I always appreciated his work ethic, and how dastardly he was. He came across as the true ultimate opportunist at that time. He was that before Edge was. He found a way to, as they said, lie, cheat, and steal. I do love that, going back. But at the time, I was I don't want to say sick of it, because that's not it. But it was like, oh, again, you got to. But he was interesting. I never wanted to change the channel when Eddie was on. He was another one that demanded and commanded your attention. I mean, it certainly was someone I miss greatly. I do wonder often what more he could have gave us, honestly. I also wonder, I kind of think like Edge got out a bit ahead of the curve. Like I think he was kind of at the end of things that he was going to accomplish. I didn't want to see him be like Christian, where, he'd be a champion for a day and then have to relinquish the belt and just be an elevational talent for younger wrestlers. I don't think they would have used him like they do Randy Orton and gave Edge many more world title opportunities. I think he would have been low man on the totem pole coming up soon.
For me, the real thing that I miss with Edge that we got robbed of, I would have loved to have seen that long run with him and Jericho as tag champs.
Yeah, when he broke his leg or ankle.
Yeah.
And then Big Show filled in, and they had the Jericho angle.
Yeah,
because
I would have loved to have seen that.
They were perfect together. They were absolutely perfect together. And really, like you said, it was just right place, right time. Because of the draft, too, they had that rule where the tag champs could be on both shows. So at that point, we were seeing them, hop from Raw to SmackDown. It was so early in their win that they, Edge got injured. And I think it was at a house show, wasn't it?
I think so. I think it was his Achilles tendon, I believe.
Yeah, but I was there the night that Edge announced his retirement. There wasn't a dry eye in the house. And
no. And I think, well, I mean, keep in mind, too, he said this in numerous interviews. He only had 1 year left. So that's why maybe it doesn't hit me as much, because even though his injury did prevent him from wrestling, if you think about back his career, King of the Ring, Rumble, World Title, WWE, Main Event WrestleMania. I mean, he check. I don't think I get the Christian analogy in terms of didn't want to see that, but there really wasn't much of Edge left. Like I feel like
that's what I'm saying. I feel like he kind of hit all those markers, and there wasn't much left for him to accomplish.
Right.
As for Daniel Bryan, he was.
Oh yeah.
He was in. He had so much left to offer, so much left to give. Guerrero, I feel like he had, the whole universe stolen from him in that sense. I mean, not just that he's not here, but I feel like he really was at like the pinnacle of his game.
Well, he just got into the world title picture. I don't know if you remember this. He was feuding with Batista for the world title, and you probably heard this too, Jake. Not this time, not when he was feuding with Batista, but there was plans for not only him to have a world title run on SmackDown as a heel, but I don't know if you heard this rumor. What the original plans were him for WrestleMania 22?
No.
Him and Shawn Michaels.
I had heard that, but I didn't know if that was credible or not. But if that was the case.
Yeah, it was right before Survivor Series, when he right before he passed, and someone said to Vince apparently like, "Hey, Shawn and Eddie have never wrestled." He's like, "What? Let's do it."
Yeah, I mean, holy dear God, that would have been
fun. And they
said
they're going to play the religious.
Thinking about it,
Yeah, they were going to play up the whole religious angle. Like they were going to do a lot with it. I'm like, ooh,
that could have been.
That would have been fun.
That's one of the things I do. I agree with PS Carnivore. He said I was bummed Christian didn't get a good send off, because he really didn't. He came back from TNA white hot. The whole Peeps angle. He was another one top of his game. He rebuilt himself, repackaged himself. He was no longer viewed as just a tag team wrestler. He wasn't going to be the ECW champ. He really had a chance to come back and be something, and the crowd was behind him. And they really just they made him look like a bitch, like a whiny, incessant.
Help that he sent you to ECW.
Yeah, I mean that's and it's unfortunate that that's what it came down to, and then everything with the concussion injuries that plagued him time and time again. I don't know. I just felt like he was a better talent than what they gave him, credit for.
Yeah.
But I mean, Eddie and HBK would have been one hell of a dream match. That's for damn sure.
Especially
I think Eddie was just getting into the whole like top pitcher thing. Like he was just starting to get appreciated as like a top guy. And I think that's probably why.
Imagine them in a ladder match. Imagine Eddie and Shawn in a ladder match.
Oh,
that would have been so fucking awesome. Now we're gonna get into the Rey Mysterio stuff next. Rey Mysterio, John Cena, all this stuff, and also the Brock. And we didn't really even get into a lot about this. Let me ask you guys before we talk about the Rey Mysterio, John Cena, Undertaker situation. There's some donations you guys have been donating. I'm gonna play them in 1 second here. We gotta pay the bills. If you guys want to donate tonight, the link is down below. You guys are the ones that fund this show and that keep it going. It's up to you to keep it going like you do. Also, everybody that signed up on Patreon, thank you guys for keeping it going. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Starting this week, every single episode of Outta Nowhere will be, of course, put on Patreon for the patrons in MP3 format, which you can download on your desktop or download on your phone to save your mobile data plan. And you can just take the show wherever you go, offline or whatever the fuck. Same thing with Monetize This. So for our non-wrestling show, mature show, Monetize This, and for this show, Outta Nowhere, you'll be able to download or listen to, ad-free because it will be ad-free via sound clip. You won't be able to see the video, obviously. So you can watch it here on YouTube, or you can go on Patreon and get that sound clip. It's going to be available for most patrons. The $1 tier, I'm not sure if it's going to be in the $2 tier or the $5 tier yet, but it will be on Patreon eventually. I'll figure that out. We'll do it. It's starting this week, so that will be something people have been asking for, so they could just download the show in audio format, throw it in the car, and that's it. So you won't see any ads ever again. You'll get the audio, and you'll be offline, and you'll pay like $2 or $3 a month, and you'll support the show that way. So plus you'll get Corrupted Podcast, and you'll get all my live videos, my Q&As, and all that other bullshit, yada yada bullshit. Also, tonight, in a little while, the Ellsworth podcast is going up on Patreon. So tonight, make sure you sign up on Patreon for that. Make sure you re-up on Patreon and that you stay on Patreon. So there you go. Do you think the Brock Lesnar situation is a work? Connor?
Yeah, I think it's a work.
Okay.
I think because someone said something in an article like, oh, it like just came out moments ago, like actually before we got in the air, like, oh, Brock Lesnar WWE ran out of dates, that they used up all of Brock dates. I'm like, bullshit.
No.
In his contract, there's for those of you who keep track of this, and sometimes I pick up on this, there is a clause in Brock's contract where if WWE utilizes all his dates, they can request him for more dates. That's why you see him on like house shows and shit, but they just pay him extra for it.
Yeah,
So
it's an a la carte service. They have set dates ahead of time agreed upon, and then anything they want extra, they can actually like not force, but they can require him to be at certain shows with X amount of like payment offered. And it's an odd stipulation, like all in all. But yes, he has to be compensated, and he does get compensated. That's for damn sure. But no, that's far from the truth. It was definitely a work in that scenario.
Jake, what do you believe? Do you believe it's a work? Or no?
I at first wasn't sure. I did fall for it, admittedly, because Brock had done this before, where he had up and left. As we've heard with people like Austin and even Lesnar, they've taken their ball and go home. So it wasn't something, you didn't have to grasp at straws to believe it. It wasn't far reaching. He's done this. He's been unhappy. He's walked away. So I said, maybe there is a bit of validity here. And it came at a perfect time when Dana White posted this picture of Brock Lesnar. All the pieces fell perfectly into place. But yeah, I know now that this was their plan. This was their intention, strictly to get Roman over. F4W Online was one of the ones that said now recently, too, that it was noted that someone came up with the idea when WWE still had enough time to tell Lesnar and Heyman not to come to Anaheim for Raw, and Reigns got to cut the shoot-style promo. It was scripted, but it made him look like the face.
Right.
And they got what they wanted. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Even I enjoyed the promo. Therefore, they got the smarks to shut up a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm not
Pretty
just
much
gonna.
like-
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
pretty much
Go
like
ahead.
you guys
Connor.
said. Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna hate on Roman. Like, I'm not gonna be someone that sits here and whatever. But I'm sorry, I just can't look past the fact that this is another attempt to get Roman over to everybody by not cheating, but sort of giving him an extra crutch. That's what annoys me, that they won't give this to anybody else. That's why I'm upset. It's not that I won't give Roman a chance, because I do think it was his best promo, but it was a layup because you had that material to go on. See, WWE can only have a good story or a good promo when they go on real-life material or so-called real-life material, but why don't they do this all the time? Why is it just special? It's WrestleMania. Notice this always happens at WrestleMania. The first time, give him the belt early. The second time, Triple H, and he's gonna have a bloody. We're gonna use blood. We're gonna use Vince McMahon's gonna come out. Other times, he's gonna spear Stephanie. I mean, he's gonna swear. The Rock is gonna raise his hand.
Have a kernel of truth. You're absolutely
right. The
right.
Rock has to come in and raise his hand at the Royal Rumble. I mean, this guy. Dude, if you could just grab a picture of Roman Reigns and start tacking on all the weird crutches that nobody else gets, like, it's fucking absurd. And that's why, unfortunately, I can't look past it, because WWE is trying to force this thing still, and they're giving him every single tool there is. They're giving it to nobody else, and when somebody else naturally gets over, they phase them out and kick them out of the company. They literally don't reward somebody who gets over with the crowd or does the right thing. They actually reprimand the person, or the person gets screwed for it. They get kicked in the teeth for getting something done on their own. Meanwhile, Roman is given everything. So I'm sorry, I just don't fall for it. And that's what Coach wants you to do. He actually wants you to be sheep and fall in line and like Roman Reigns. But I'm sorry, Coach, it's not going to happen, because I have a fucking brain. Let's go to the donations.
They try to reverse your thought process there by saying that, you're a sheep for not liking Roman, but really, if you do like him, you're the sheep because they're you're following what they want you to. So, they used a bit of a quick sleight of hand to try and get you to fall for it.
Here's the donations. We got to get to some of these motherfuckers. We got Adam26 subscribe and welcome to Out of Nowhere. Adam26. By the way, anybody who becomes a patron or ups it or whatever you guys do, I'll definitely make sure to try to shout you out tonight. Thank you, Adam, for the sub. Here comes a whole host of shit, including Kane.
My name is Kane, and I'm donating.
Also want to remind everybody that Morning Madness has been up all day, if you didn't hear that on Patreon.
His career, and now his kids allegedly damn JoJo's fat ass must be damn tasty. I can't blame him. Her pussy juice must have heroin.
Jesus Christ.
That's a drug I can get hooked on. JoJo's pussy juice can cure cancer.
Dude, her pussy juice must be heroin. Her pussy juice must be heroin, No Death said.
It can cure cancer, apparently, so.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, kids. I can't come to the phone. I'm feasting on an ass.
She just called. I gotta run.
You want to see my dick? I'll take my dick out right now.
Run.
I'm Seanzviews
Run, come.
And you want to see my
Johnny Ray Sinister.
I will show you my penis.
By the way, me and Ken worked the fuck out of everyone earlier. It was amazing.
Don't screw with me, or I'll
forgot he wasn't
show
lying.
you my pee-pee.
My big fat
Do
dick.
you want to see my dick?
Those donations make me thick.
Want to see my dick?
Johnny Ray Sinister.
I am starting to wonder if Tom Mink is secretly doing the writing and booking for WWEI. Mean like him, it makes as much sense as making love to a cat.
Jeez.
Oh wait, I'm opening a letter now. It says cease and desist on it.
Cease and desist.
What's up, Joe and Jake and Uke Fabe?
Oh man, what's up, Johnny Ray Sinister? Yeah, I hope that guy ceases to be to exist. How about that? I hope he gets deceased. Jesus. I meant it. Johnny Ray Sinister, thank you.
Morning guys, long time subscriber, love you all.
Alan Samways, thank you, my friend, for the $2.99 across the ocean, man. Thank you so much. Thanks for listening to us all the way over there. It's gonna be it's morning time. You're waking. It's like 4 or 5 in the morning over in the UK. I don't know if that's
at this point.
I think that's where he's from. I don't 100% know. But yeah, man, thank you so much for that. The money's gonna be worth more than ours. I'll tell you that soon. We got more. We got
Shit bum.
shit.
You should tell Leah about the other 3 kids you had with me, you baby-faced bastard. Hashtag Metu.
Hashtag me too.
Me too.
Joe's secret wife. Thank you very much for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. Joe's secret wife. God damn, imagine that.
Yeah, you're getting called
Segmented.
out. Oh yeah, imagine that.
Leah always said like someone's gonna show up here and you're gonna have another kid or something.
That's
I'm
from the
like-
sperm bank though. No cheating.
That's because she thinks like in 2006 and 7 when I was drunk every night, I was running around with girls all over the place. But I don't know. I used a condom every time.
Did you cease and desist?
My name is Kane.
Cease to exist, decease, and non-existent.
That's gotta be
Hey
Kane.
Joe. Love the show. They are advertising in New York. WWE live event at Madison Square Garden. March 16th, Kane vs. Strowman vs. Lesnar for the title.
Oh.
Also, Raw stands for Roman always wins. Keep up the good work.
Oh man, what's up, Chris Peeps? Chris Peeps.
Yeah, we had heard about that triple threat a while ago. And I thought it was shit can. So
Yeah,
Well,
we
they're
did.
doing a live show up in Boston. I'm actually going to go to it on the 30th, and the main event is Strowman. Is Lesnar Kane for the title. Ugh.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah, that's
man.
the other one. We reported on that a few weeks ago.
I want to just go to that to yell stupid shit at Kane. Like, you know what I mean? Like, take off the mask, you fag!
But I wonder if it's Kane's still going to show. We'll see how this injury thing works.
Yeah, we'll
out,
see
you
if
know?
Kane shows. You pussy,
Just like
Kane. You
Lesnar.
fucking pussy.
I'm bringing a Glenn Jacobs for mayor banner if he is.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. How about Glenn
Sign
Jacobs?
this.
Glenn Jacobs eats Road Dogg's ass sign. That'd be a good
you
one.
didn't know?
Oh, you didn't know? His tongue is inside my sphincter. Doom, 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 doom.
You
Jojo's
guys
ass
were
better
both
call somebody.
I'm sorry, what, Jake?
You guys have both been at WWE Access or at least WrestleMania time,
Yeah.
shows in the past, year, 2 years.
Do you want to hear this, though, Jake, before you say that? I have been at WWE Access and WrestleMania show. WrestleMania 14 and last year. Isn't that fucking crazy?
Damn.
Anyway,
It
go ahead.
does. Lucky bastards. What is the other show? WrestleCon, right? That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, that we went to that
Yeah,
last
okay,
year,
that's
too.
the one I'm thinking of. How much are ticket packages for autographs usually?
Well, the thing is,
for like a top,
I can
a
tell you what
top
last
star.
year was. I'll tell you
It
what last year
varies.
was. Yeah. The
Rough estimate. Like,
so
if you had to
the
pick
Hardy
the
Boys.
top
Okay,
star.
put it this way. So last year, the Hardy Boys, you could do a picture and an autograph for $25. Now, if you wanted one with both of them, it was $50. Okay, both Hardy Boys.
pretty good deal.
It's like 20. It's like $20. It was like, I don't know, $40 or something to get in the place, and then
Yeah,
everything.
there's a cover charge to get in, and then each individual wrestler has their own like price stands. But like, there's hell, I just heard WrestleCon just announced Austin's going to be there. For
Yeah,
the first time.
that's what I was going to bring up because WrestleCon, huge appearance for Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Why
But
wasn't
here's
I
the
there
thing.
last year?
He for a 3-picture package, it's $316.
Yeah, Shawn Michaels. I believe Shawn Michaels last year was $300 or $250 or something.
Yeah, for Steve Austin's one photo package, not even really a package, it's one photo with the autograph is $179.
Mike Bennett last year, $15, but free
The
for Joe Cronin.
Free for the Joe.
But the top draws are going to be that, like, I mean, they're going to be super expensive. Like, I know Mysterio, the one I went to was 32, and I think Mysterio and Scott Hall were the two big ones, and they were up around like the 100, like around 100, I think, ballpark. I don't know, I didn't ask, but like on average, depending on like the star power and how, like, I hate to say it, but
Can
relevant.
let me go ahead, Connor. I'm sorry. What were you
I
gonna
was
say?
just going to say, like, how relevant they are. It depends on their price range. Like, it could be like 20, 40, but I think the 100 was the most I heard.
Well, what I wanted to say real quick was Dank in the chat made a good point, and I'm not going to deny this because this is a good point in a way. Brock Lesnar and Roman Reigns were on their way. Perhaps if the match had gone another 5 minutes, they were on their way to having a pretty damn solid main event WrestleMania match before Seth Rollins cashed in. That match was just starting to kind of build to a kind of a cool moment. But the cool moment was Seth coming out. But I thought it was okay.
Yeah, I didn't mind 31.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a horrendous match.
It felt like
I
a
think we're all
punching
just
match, though.
hating the outcome.
But it felt like a punching match. It felt like two guys, boom, boom, and then Superman punch and Superman punch. It's just, like, it's not my type of wrestling, but it was interesting. It was a decent, like, it was better than watching another, like, Triple H versus somebody match, which is crazy to say, but
Plus,
it was.
Brock's matches weren't that good that year.
Yeah. That was the Seth Rollins, Randy Orton match, right, that year? The WrestleMania play button.
Yes, that was 31. Yep.
Okay.
We did the curb stomp into the RKO. Yeah.
We are planning something soon. I know we always talk about this, but we are still planning, a big thing with all my friends and everybody in New York, a show in New York, and maybe something here in Boston, and then, of course, perhaps doing something at WrestleMania or next year at WrestleMania after this year. I don't know yet. You guys will hear about it. We'll probably do something big. We'll, like, sell tickets. We'll sell packages if we can. We'll try to get a deal in. Like, we'll get flights. People will fly in for this shit. We'll plan it well ahead in advance.
Yeah, one OK Fabe autograph will be $3,000.
Yeah, OK Fabe will be $300. So you'll have to pay
$3,000.
$3,000.
Okay. $10,000.
Jesus.
I'll be $315. I'll be $1 less than Austin.
for me to give you an autograph, I have to pay you. I don't get how that works, but it's in my contract.
Hey, I got a good attorney. As long as you cease and desist.
That's right.
Oh my God.
I know you really want to get into the Rey Mysterio thing, but I'm going to bait everybody one more time and say, did you hear that there's 5 rumored stars to be let go right after WrestleMania?
Yes, and like they keep using like Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose as like the cover of all those.
Yeah, and it's of course no one like that. The rumored list is the Colognes, Primo, and Epico, which I didn't even remember that they were still hired and employed by WWE.
That'd be a dick move because one of them's injured right now, right?
Yeah, I believe Primo is not positive though. I could be backwards on that, but Brian Kendrick is another one that they're planning possibly to remove in future endeavor.
He's not even there. He was the one training Ronda, right?
Ronda, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm sure he'll still work with them in some way.
I'm sure maybe like in a non-wrestler thing. Maybe he does just strictly training, but
the Joe Cronin Cease and Desist Tour.
That'd be a hell of a tour. Think about it.
So clever. I love that.
State to state.
I thought about it. I thought about doing it. Like it might happen. I don't know. I'll drive everywhere, dude. First I'll go to like this place and that place, and then I'll go to Grimm's wrestling place. And then I'll but I'll only do it if Grimm like sells tickets or something, Because I'm gonna get myself in fucking shape here, I'm getting myself in shape because I don't want to step in the ring with Grimm unless I'm ready to go. Shit bum.
If you could imagine Tommy NC trying to figure out where to put his dick into a 95-year old prostitute while she is trying to gum off Hamza's dick sweat.
Oh my God.
Then Tommy realizes he can't do anything without eating out the old baby gravy from her pussy #old bag.
He had me at baby gravy.
Old baby gravy.
Old vag. #old vag, says Johnny Ray Sinister.
It's like pulling apart grilled cheese at that point.
Holy Christ, bro. Look at Ultra Broken Dickie Nas.
My name is Kane and I'm donating.
This donation has been brought to you by Glenn Jacobs.
I hope Lesnar drops Roman on his neck.
Oh,
I hope Jerry from New York's Cats play vigorously with his balls while he is passed out drunk drinking Jägermeister on Tuesday.
It's not nice.
I hope Justin gets anal raped by a moose. I hope Tommy chokes on a pickle.
Ultra Broken Dickie Nas. Damn, there's a lot of murder going on in his mind. Like, a lot of people are getting hurt.
Tommy getting choked, by a pickle.
Someone's having a rough Wednesday.
Thursday now, almost a Friday, baby.
Dude, baby gravy. I can't get over the baby gravy comment. And are we playing PUBG after this tonight?
Yeah.
All right, a little while. We'll play some PUBG. All right. Let me see if Troy's down. Oh, he just texted me.
Oh, look at that timing. Also to be let go is Aiden English possibly, and Mojo Rollins and Kurt Hawkins. So
Mojo Rawley. Mojo.
Aiden English kind of surprised me. Same, Kurt Hawkins hasn't won a match in forever. He tweeted out about losing to Goldust, where Goldust had his famous WrestleMania backstage lot match.
You know what'd be great with Kurt Hawkins is if like he won a match and then he got fired, like in the same night. Like he wins a match to begin the show,
finally wins,
and he's punished for winning.
Yeah, but no, then he goes in the back or something and he accidentally like trips Stephanie or like trips somebody important or like somebody, and they're just like, who's this guy or whatever? Like, oh, he's fired or whatever, and they fire Kurt Hawkins the same night he wins a match, and so then you see him like, I finally won a match and I'm fired. What? Like, and he's just out in the parking lot like Bobby Heenan when he got kicked out by Gorilla.
That'd be hilarious.
See, that'd be awesome. I would love that. Well, I don't know. They won't do that at all, but
yeah, there's no one on there that anybody's like, gonna lose sleep over. But...
Or here, Jake, how about even this? This is even better. He like cheats or something and gets the win, and then they like take it back. Like that'd be funny.
And then
too.
they let him go. Yeah,
and then he gets fired.
Right in the middle of like this epic confetti celebration for him finally winning.
By the way, have it that somebody's missing something, and then they go to the tape, and for whatever it is, make it something important or funny or weird. He steals something from one of the other wrestlers' bags, and so they fire him for theft. That would be really funny too.
And have it on him in the ring, like a ring or something.
Or have it be planted in his bag, and then they find out who it really is, and it's like, oh, we didn't have to fire Kurt after all. We're not going to change it.
Yeah.
So Daniel Brown's like, so you're telling me that Kurt Hawkins didn't do this. We already fired him. And then Shane could just be like, yeah, we did. And they both just go.
And they just fuck on.
Oh, well.
Just walk away.
Dude, that's the stuff that's funny. Like, why can't they do stuff like that? That's fucking hilarious.
That requires humor.
Go ahead,
insight.
WWE. Go you just take. Please, I hope you take that because that's funny. But anyway, go. Where were you last? Okay, so Nate, read that list
I woke
again.
up this morning to a flurry of messages and tweets galore, thinking that I missed out on some major revelation with SmackDown, hearing that Rey Mysterio and John Cena are going to face each other at Mania, and I couldn't put 2 and 2 together for that. It was like 2 + 2 = 5. Like it just didn't work in my mind, and I'm like, I saw no video from you or update, or I was like, so I got to look further into this, and I guess it was Justin Barrasso. And he had said this, and it was pretty quickly refuted. The only people I saw make a video about it, I think, was Cultaholic and some others. Like
I didn't buy it.
Shit. But,
no, a lot of news places did make videos about Rey Mysterio.
Yeah,
I didn't buy it. I asked a couple of the people that I know, a couple sources, went to the WWE sources, which I don't do often, and based on what I was getting back, didn't seem right to me.
No, didn't pass the sniff test whatsoever. I don't see how that would have worked anyways. Like, what would be the reason for them to face each other? They're going to have this Undertaker match. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They addressed it by the reaction they had the other day. Undertaker's got his hair dyed. There's videos of him working out again. It's going to happen.
Yeah, because Cena's been dropping like hints in his promos for 4 months to have,
Yeah, he's
fight with Mysterio.
Especially with Undertaker's cryptic, Raw 25 promo there, and
it's not going to happen now and stuff. Like when Cena said it's not going to happen now, you saw they panned around to make sure they got the crowd and everything. Dude, John Cena is wrestling Undertaker. This is being used by WWE to swerve people. I wouldn't be surprised if Ray did show up to face the cruiserweights or something. That could happen. But
yeah, Ray did re-sign, I guess, and he was there the other day at a house show, but he wasn't at SmackDown.
Well, I heard he didn't.
Reported.
I also heard that he might not have signed anything yet, but I know he's not facing Cena.
No, he's absolutely not facing John Cena. I mean,
the only thing I had heard was I heard that he wasn't at SmackDown. I heard he might have been at Raw because Raw wasn't too far behind them in California. I think it was in Anaheim, right? And so I heard he might be back there, but I've not heard anything solid. I heard that Mysterio might be open to a part-time deal, but nothing. I've heard nothing of solid foundation on anything whatsoever. And when I heard that, I'm like, it's just so sudden and random and makes no sense. Like, no. I think if we would have heard more strong things about Mysterio, we would have heard him in like the beginning of the month or right after the Rumble.
Right. You would have heard about it. There would have been more information. Nobody. I don't think anybody really wants to see Cena versus Rey Mysterio. It would be a very forgotten match. It just makes none of it made any sense. And based off of what I got when I asked around, I got nothing. And one of the contacts I have at WWE, no idea. I mean, they could be. Sometimes they're weird. This guy's like weird, but no clue about it. Other than like, yeah, he's in talks with us. You know, Rey Mysterio's in talks with WWE, but it ain't about John Cena. At least it isn't, from what I understand. And I'm 80% positive about that. But you would have thought it was absolutely happening over the last couple of days. That's why I never made a video. Everybody's making videos there where I just let them. I just go sit back and watch.
Yeah, I wanted to wait for more solid information. That's why I kind of waited on that too.
You wouldn't make a mistake by doing it because everyone else was doing it and it was a news report. You could go ahead and make a video. It's actually smart to do it. You get some views. You would get views. But I was just like, I'm not even into that right now. I've been very selective with my stories.
So have I. That's kind of why one of the reasons, like on my stuff, I've restructured it so I put all the the news and rumors into one show. Because one, you give it time to breathe. Because sometimes we hear shit hit the fan, and we're like, "Whoa, hey, holy crap!" And then we kind of have to is this real? And you have to wait a day or two. And so that's why I usually just funnel everything onto my show on Saturday because it's just easier to wait and just let it fester. And it's like, okay, let's see if there's more details behind this, if there's actually more logic, or it's just complete and utter bullshit.
Yeah, and I mean, there's so much of it going around right now. And I know Matt, said in the chat before, oh, well, Barrasso was the same one that reported this fatal 5-way for the IC title. But I've heard this before, and I had mentioned it off air, that Strowman and Elias, we knew they have nowhere to go heading into WrestleMania, and that they've been kind of, held back until they see where everything falls into place. So they're setting up the pieces. They already did. They kicked that into full gear with Rollins and Finn Balor and The Miz. And it wouldn't be hard for them to add Elias and Strowman to that, or to have them in a match with each other, or just add Elias and have Strowman face Kane, or add Strowman into the main event. There's possibilities, and we've laid all those out. Yeah. We have no concrete evidence to which, but these are all things being considered. And that's why I say, until we absolutely know, take everything with a grain of salt. When I say there's a fact, though, we have proof that lays behind it. The search interest for SmackDown being the lowest in 5 years, SmackDown being only up 3% in viewership, things like that, on top of the head. Those are stats. Those are that we can legitimately prove. Big Show's contract being done. It was supposed to end as of March 1st, he said originally this past year. Doesn't mean he won't resign or anything. He's been in the gym. He's been tweeting out videos and Instagramming his progress since he had his surgery and everything that he had to go through. But, I mean, he's on his way back. Jeff Hardy likely returning in time for WrestleMania 34. We don't have concrete evidence for that, but he had a torn rotator cuff, in September. He had surgery in October. He was expected to miss 6 to 9 months. Most superstars miss 7 months. If you count it out, that's April. He might make it back in time for 34. Same thing with Samoa Joe. That's still up in the air. People are saying, oh, it'd be nice to see Strowman and Samoa Joe. And I agree. That would certainly be a cool match. But as far as Cena facing Mysterio, that's just bullshit. That's just, I think Barrasso, stuck his head up his ass and just wanted to get attention for the site.
Yeah.
What about the brash CM Punk?
What else? Read that list of people that might be gone again, Jake.
Yeah, we have Kurt Hawkins on there, the Colognes, Primo and Epico, Brian Kendrick, Aiden English, Mojo Rawley, and then, of course, Brock Lesnar. But Brock's, of a different level. So
I think with the exception of Aiden, I can see all those being cut.
Well, I guess the plan was after Mania to have Aiden English and Rusev split off, and they've wanted to push Rusev for a while, but I'm not exactly sure why they're hesitating as much as they are. I don't know if it's just because Lana opens her mouth continually, or the fact that they've been burned by them in the past with things like the TMZ engagement, and they tend to be very vocal on social media. Maybe that's an issue for them, but
beats me.
Still,
yeah,
I mean, it is worrisome and a bit odd that they haven't, pushed him sooner. I know they have a hard time when people get themselves over, but if this was a creative idea, I'm curious as to why, it wasn't done.
There's a lot of worrisome shit right now with them.
Yeah, I mean, and look how many times the WrestleMania card is going to shift and change.
Right. And look at the guy. I mean, just look at all the times that somebody gets over and they're gone. They don't want the perfect. We heard the rumors that they didn't want the perfect 10. They didn't want the 10 chance anymore. And right after we heard that, we went from Ty Dillinger sometimes being around to completely gone. Where is Ty Dillinger? He's completely gone. Rusev, I'm surprised he was even on the show the other day.
Yeah.
And
was he on SmackDown?
He was in the he had the
He managed Aiden English against Shinsuke Nakamura.
yeah, he wasn't in the match.
I didn't see it all yet, so I saw most of it.
Honestly, Jake, skip it.
Just don't watch it.
I'm telling you right now. Yeah, seriously. But and the thing that bothers me the most, Joe, and this is something I take into consideration. We talked about this before about the success of wrestlers outside of WWE. Obviously, Cody Rhodes comes to mind. You would think that with such thriving things in Japan and Ring of Honor and the Indies and how there was what was it? I think there was an article that Joey Ryan, right, just bought his first $500,000 house. Wow. There's life and success outside WWE. You would think they wouldn't be so critical to. Obviously there's going to be people who get cut, but you would think they would be more, I guess you could say, protective of their guys, or at least try more. But it's just dumbfounding to me.
And Aiden English leaving, is a great crutch, I think, for Rusev, but. Yeah, they're definitely going to dump a bunch of these guys. They got to start doing that, but it's the writing needs to get better too, because it just keeps coming back to the weekly show. It's the philosophy, it's the writing. They need to narrow it down to 3 guys are in charge of all the stories, or 4 guys or something. There's 4 guys or 5 guys in charge, and they have a writing teams that come up with some stories that they can pitch them and they can help out, and that's it. It seems like now they let all the writing teams go off on their own. They wait till they have something they kind of like, and they go with it. And they always pick these safe stories that don't even matter, seemingly. Why do you have such a giant writing staff? Why were the stories amazing in the late 90s and even really pretty damn good in the mid-2000s? Why were they so much like that with a small writing team? Why, now that the writing team is massive, are the stories dumb? You would think that there is no writing team, because what are they really writing? They're not writing that much. They're just kind of going oh, let's book these matches and that will happen. And then
they also have writers versus bookers too.
Yeah,
I think that's another major problem.
It's booker versus writer, and either look what they did in the Gauntlet match. That night they said, goodbye writers, we're just going all bookers tonight. We're just going to book this thing the right way and have wrestling matches. And that was great. But why don't they have better writing? Why don't they have better week-to-week stories? I don't understand it. I'm officially convinced that I could write myself, and I don't even want to be a writer. I'm not a writer. I'm not that good. I want to be an entertainer. I would be a manager or something, and that's what I would like to do, or be an announcer. That's what I would do in WWE. But I'm convinced I could write a WWE Raw episode that would be much more loved than what they're doing week to week, which tells me something ain't right. Just something doesn't seem right. I'm not that good. I'm not really that good.
If you look at the qualifications when they post for writing positions on Monster and all that other shit, they're looking for must have 5 years writing television. It's because they're looking for TV writers. They're not looking for wrestling writers. And while wrestling is on TV and in some degrees does require a form of storytelling with characters and all that stuff, I feel, and maybe you guys can agree or disagree, wrestling takes so many other different facets and aspects of storytelling, aka the wrestling, into consideration. And so it's not the same as writing a sitcom or a drama or whatever have you. And I think what they've done is they've hired so many of these quote unquote writers that write TV that they don't truly translate into what it takes to write a good wrestling show.
Yeah, no, you're not wrong. And I think they put too much focus into just the main event. They just, just the main few guys. And that's why you feel oversaturated with Sammy and Kevin. How many times we've seen them two open up a show, or AJ strictly open up the show on SmackDown. We pretty much get the same cookie cutter formula. And then the rest of the show, because they're not focusing on anybody else, that's all we get. That's why it's the beginning, middle, and end to SmackDown is just Sammy and Kevin doing something with AJ, Shane, and Daniel Bryan. That's why I'm so worried about the dual branded pay-per-views going forward, because now you're going to have, the top 3 main eventers, pretty much title holders from Raw and SmackDown, and they're not going to have time for the mid-carders or the lower end people whatsoever on the pay-per-views. You already have the tag champs or, the cruiserweights on the pre-show most times. Now you're going to have them, not even on a pay-per-view whatsoever in any capacity.
Let me play these. We got a couple donations coming in. See what you guys got to say.
ShiBUM.
Sorry, Joe, my broken syndition kicked in. Anyway, can't wait till Friday. Let's all spam retarded Riri in donations and chat.
Oh my god.
Don't you laugh, Jake, you also need to lose some weight.
Oh.
Will Justin make it this week?
Well, Jake's going to lose some weight when he goes into the surgery. Dickie Nas, thanks for the $5 and becoming a $5 shit bum. I don't know. No, I think Justin's going to be off again. I think he took another night at doing something else at his job or something. So this week I don't believe Bailey will be here again. He'll be uncorrupted, though, on Saturday night.
ShiBUM.
We'll see if Jake comes.
How many multiple person matches are there gonna be on Mania again?
Oh, please be 2.
I know they want to get everyone on card, but I miss old Manias that had 7-8 matches.
Peyton Royce's pussy, thanks for becoming a $5 shit bum. Can you guys, can you hear the donations yet?
Yeah.
Oh,
finally.
cool. Okay. Well, let's over-under on, I'm going to say over-under 2 or more, or 2 or less, or 2 or more on multi-matches. Should we count the pre-show, though? I would say minus the pre-show. How many?
Minus the pre-show?
Yeah, how many
3.
Yeah, I was going to say 3.
You know what? I was going to say the same thing. I want 2. I will take 2. WrestleMania 15 irritated me because I think there was 3 on that show. And I remember WrestleMania 15 kind of pissed me off. There was like a hardcore match, I think, and then the IC belt was a 4-way. I think.
The IC was...
It was like...
Shit, it was either a triple threat or a 4-way. Yeah, they had the hardcore battle royal.
Yeah.
They suspended the 24/7 rule. Remember that? Yeah. Man, I miss Crash Holly coming down with the weight with the fucking scale. That was fucking hilarious. Yeah, those are the 2 I can remember.
I remember Road Dogg had one match. Billy Gunn had the other one. I think they were in separate matches. One Al Snow and it all blends together for me because it didn't matter so much. So that's why I don't like multi-person matches. But yeah, I always forget them. I always fucking forget those multi-matches. Even the Benoit match, I always forgot that was a WrestleMania match with Benoit because my mind just wrote it off in the triple threat fashion. I always prefer the one-on-one deal. Thank you, Peyton Royce's pussy and Dickie Nas for the donations. Yeah, in a couple minutes we're going to switch over and do PUBG. We got about 5 minutes so left, maybe. So yes, call the show. We'll take your phone call. 562. You're on the phone. What's up?
Sorry to put this stupidity out there in this air, but what happens if we don't even get a Cena match confirmed and we just have like a John Cena Open Challenge WrestleMania?
That would be awesome in a way.
Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind that.
You think it would be awesome?
I got to tell you, it would be dumb for selling tickets, but it would be kind of awesome in a way. But you know what? It would have been awesome if he did it when he had the United States title. Like if he came out and it was like years ago and he was like, and I'm going to be putting the United States, Open Challenge, blah, blah, blah. And he came out at WrestleMania and said that, or like that we found out about that. And then there was all the speculation about who the person was going to be. And of course it doesn't make sense because everybody could line up, in the back and all try to come out to wrestle him. What would be funny if the locker room poured out. You know what I mean? Like the whole locker room came out like to face him for the United States title or to face him for a match. And then, Daniel Bryan or whatever the fuck, somebody had to come out and be like, guys, obviously all of you guys can't face John Cena here at WrestleMania. Unfortunately, we already have somebody in mind who's been in the back and, has wanted to take it. And unfortunately, guys, we've made our decision. We have someone in mind for John Cena right now, and then the guy came out. So then you get all these people that weren't on the card that get to step out at WrestleMania on the show and get seen, and then they go into the back. They didn't get their chance, and then Cena faces some mystery person. I think that would be kind of an interesting thing at WrestleMania, but it would be dumb booking wise. But go ahead, what do you think about that?
I think it's stupid. Just exactly like that. Booking, it would be stupid. It would break something. So, it's exciting.
Oh yeah, your Skype's shitting on itself.
I felt like he was just slowly getting.
Oh, dude, I'm so sorry. Your Skype was shitting on itself, and I love that caller because he disagreed with me, and I love when people disagree with me because we can actually have this weird conversation. It doesn't happen so often.
No, not enough.
But
I think it would be better at a SummerSlam.
Yeah, maybe it would be, and I know that it's dumb in a way, but imagine if it was Undertaker, though. You know what I mean? Like, he came out then. It was like, oh shit, it would be an amazing moment. And
you would never do it, but it would be a hell of a hook.
They wouldn't do it, and it wouldn't really make sense, but it'd be pretty fucking cool. And yeah, maybe that's something that'd be better at a different show, but I think it would be memorable. You'd never forget when Cena had an open challenge at WrestleMania, and the Undertaker answered the fucking bell.
Yeah, if you teased it. Well, it depends on how you.
If
it
you
could go either way.
it.
I could see your.
Well,
point,
that's the thing is, you know what, Connor? I think everybody would know. I think everybody would be like, "Oh, something big's gonna happen," you know.
Right.
And then John Cena looking at the camera and be like, "And when I call somebody out, I expect the best of the best. I expect legends. I expect someone to come out of the darkness and face, that type of shit. Like, it's gonna be the fucking Undertaker.
Oh man, here comes Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Imagine that. Oh my God, he gets booed again like it's fucking the Royal Rumble.
My God, fucking hilarious. It's like,
booyaka, booyaka.
No. What's even better is Raymond. It's booyaka, booyaka, and then he comes running down to the ring, and then the guys around the ring. One guy gets so angry, Sheamus, and Sheamus just clotheslines him into hell, and he does a fucking triple flip, and then falls over, and then rolls to the side. And then Sheamus just looks at him, and then the rest of the guys go to the back, and then Cena's looking out like, what the fuck? And then everybody thought it was gonna, and then fucking the Undertaker comes out like, oh shit, it's a double swerve.
He just comes out, sorry, I'm late.
When you think about it, like when the trap didn't open for Ray, and he had to like run all the way around the arena to get out, and they just kept like replaying his music.
Oh my God, I forgot about that.
It happened when he went to What Culture's wrestling thing recently too. They played his music, and no one told him he had to be out there. So they play his music for like 3 minutes, and whoever was in the ring was like, "Oh, Mysterio's playing mind games, huh? I see what's going on here." Then they play the music again. He still doesn't come out, and then they find like somebody went and got him, and he came out, and he was all flustered. But it's funny when shit like that happens. But I could picture that Joe just gets fucking tooled, and there's Sheamus.
Yeah.
Even the Bar, we don't have set opponents for them.
Yeah.
They just went and took Titus Worldwide and put them back.
Revival.
You know what I'd like to see?
I heard that they might have facing somebody not on the roster currently. That's why a lot of people feel it could be Sanity or another call up from NXT.
I wish they would face the Usos to unify the tag belts.
That would be another fucking hell of a bout. That's for sure.
Just to put the belts on one show. That's it. We don't need the women might need 2 belts maybe, but they don't, but they might. But the tag belts for sure don't need to be on both shows. There just doesn't need to be. And if John Cena can be a free agent and float back and forth, there's no reason why you can't make a deal. We made a deal today. The unified tag team champions will be allowed to go between both shows to create competition or something. Great.
We were talking about that before with Edge and Jericho when they had the belts, and then Jericho and Big Show.
Yeah.
They used to be able to go on both shows because they had the tag titles.
Yeah. Just
that would
do
be
it.
perfect. Do it again. Yeah, I know it might suck for that tag team, but think about it. You'll take the paycheck.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason they don't want to do it again is because of the draft for the house shows.
And honestly,
they literally had a house show live on Monday while Raw's going on for the SmackDown crew, and there was nobody, I guess, at that house show, the SmackDown house show. I guess it was like 40% sold out.
They're gonna have to do something. Unfortunately, they if they don't get better at writing and booking the shows, they need to end the brand split, and they're gonna have to unify the belts. They're gonna all the fucking belts are gonna have to get unified
again. The lineage has been ruined with these belts too, when you think about it.
Yeah,
but how much they've changed things. Like it's.
Yeah, does the WCW belt, the world title belt, doesn't count as the WWE championship belt. So
yeah, and that has become and split twice now after it's been unified and ununified and.
Told you, 2020. It's going to be dead by 2020.
Oh my God! You know what? I was just going to say the same thing. But no, I think Connor's right. I was just thinking that same thing. By 2020, it will be dead. Probably in 2020, they're going to ride it out the rest of this year. And I don't know. It might even be 2019, but that depends on The writing. Again, if this writing stays the same, ratings are going to drop. SmackDown attendance is going to get worse. And that's all there is to it. They have no characters. See, Raw has some. Raw has Strowman. Raw has Elias. Raw has Roman Reigns, if you hate him or love him. You know, and then Cena even shows up there now. What is SmackDown doesn't have any of that. They do have the wrestling.
They've got AJ, but
again, they don't.
Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn aren't huge draws.
No, they're so right now. The Owens has fallen from an upper mid card to like. I know he's still treated like that, but he's falling to me in like he's like a double J Jeff Jarrett at this point from back in the day.
Yeah, that's a great comparison. And I mean, Bobby Roode never really had the chance so far to have that meteoric rise like we thought. I originally predicted that Roode was gonna fucking skyrocket, you know, one of those strap a rocket to his ass scenarios.
Yeah, great.
I thought he was going to be in the title picture right now, vying for the championship at Mania. I really pictured, by the way he was handled in NXT, that he would have been like fucking main eventer.
They should have done that. They should have treated him almost like back in the day. Remember the Attitude Era where a guy would come in and all of a sudden you'd be in the title hunt and you'd be like, what the hell? Like Jericho came in, the Big Show came in, like all these different people that came in, and right away like it was important. And yeah, I think it would have been really cool if Bobby Roode had attacked somebody and, you know,
he should have came in and had a program with Jinder. And if Jinder could become champion, fucking A. And you know what? I thought of something the other day, and it makes perfect sense. I've actually liked Jinder lately. I have. I've enjoyed his promos, the few matches that he's had he's enjoyed. I think it was just him in the title picture, in the main event picture, that I couldn't stomach. I just couldn't break down the fact that he went from being a jobber for something like 4 years in 3MB and all this shit, having no wins under his belt, losing the Andre the Giant Battle Memorial Royal Competition, fucking mouthful that is, and then he goes ahead and the next week he's #1 contender. Yeah, and then he wins the belt and he holds it for quite some time, for months on end. I could never let that settle. It just it infuriated me that this be all end all jobber was beating top level talent, and then now
this is fucking crazy.
Look, I finished half.
Cool. My fucking internet just went down in the middle of my show.
You done with your show already?
I don't know. Yeah, it just crashed.
I figured you'd be done by now. It's 1:15. I don't want to make Gavin's lunch. I hate making lunches.
All right. Anybody hear me? Hello. We had a little hiccup. We got the monkeys working on it right now, guys. Let me just get my Skype back open.
You know what's weird?
What's that, Leah?
It doesn't sound like the upstairs Alexa went off.
Guys, what's up? We're back. I believe. Oh, we're about to end the show, and then the whole goddamn thing went down. We're back. I'm coming. A pit of Skypes. Let me get Jake DeMarco back on here. Jakey.
Hey.
What's up, man? Had the internet.
That was weird.
Had the internet crash. It was weird.
Yeah.
Sorry, bro.
Russia hacked your stream.
Yeah, Russia's back. They're back again, bro. Yeah, so we're back. We're back online. We got a few more minutes real quick before we get out of here. And then we're going to play PUBG.
Yeah,
so we're going to jump over to PUBG.
What a freaking cliffhanger.
Let me play some of these donations while we try to sort this out. Drop my VPN down.
This out.
Pat the Baker says, guys, I'm scared Carmella still has the briefcase. Asuka beats Charlotte, then Carmella pins Asuka for the title, end of the streak. Repeat Seth Rollins. Don't say they couldn't do that. They want the streak gone as it is. Yeah, I mean, I think it's weird what they've done with Carmella because she had so much heat and they wanted her to have all this heat and stuff. And then they just they've kept her away and they've cooled down all the heat they had with her. Just fucking disappeared. Like, I think it's really stupid. Now, I asked James Ellsworth about this too. So my interview with James Ellsworth, it's going to go up on Patreon tomorrow. you guys can hear that. I spoke to him about it. Didn't get the most amount of shit out of him, but we got a pretty good amount of little stuff. A very interesting little talk with James Ellsworth that's going to be up in full for the patrons tomorrow. So check that out on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Jake, is there anything that you want to add here?
Yeah, last thing I'm going to bring up is just that, we have Ruby Riott and Charlotte at Fastlane, and that's why they're apparently holding off announcing Asuka facing Charlotte. Right now, they're keeping it as her facing Alexa Bliss because they don't want to make the outcome of that match, as predictable. Since they originally said that Nakamura would be facing AJ, they felt like, AJ would retain all the way to WrestleMania. So they're making it seem like, Asuka made her choice, even though she didn't actually yet. Because we kept saying, it's weird. She didn't make her choice. This doesn't make sense. How did this come about? I mean, they didn't even make a tweet or anything. They just went ahead and had us believe that, okay, this is who she's facing without any explanation whatsoever.
Which is weird, again, because they could have just literally said, Asuka wants to see who wins first and scout the competition and all that stuff. And
yeah, I guess they were just trying to delay. I mean, this is what Matt said too, and I've read this a bit. I mean, again, take it with a grain of salt, but it does make sense in some aspect because her facing Asuka facing Alexa, it's been done. She beat her clean in the center of the ring, and I really don't see how they're going to go about with that because who's Charlotte going to face?
Yeah, I said that in my SmackDown review. I said I'm legit scared if Asuka does not challenge Charlotte because there's nothing. Unless Carmella somehow cashes in between, there is no build, no story, nothing they're going to be able to pull off in 4 fucking weeks.
Yeah, there is nothing. That's it. Carmella's the only one that can offer any type of semblance of saviorship here.
Yeah.
But, I mean, really, all in all, though, I do not want to see Alexa Bliss and Asuka go head-to-head again because we already saw that match. We know the outcome. I have a little bit more interest in seeing Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss face each other. That, to me, makes a bit more sense. And same thing with Asuka and Charlotte. And especially since we know that, that would get... It makes sense, too, because then Asuka would go to SmackDown, and they're going to have Ronda Rousey on Raw. So they don't need 2 undefeatable powerhouses, because I don't see Rousey losing anytime soon either. I picture, we'll have Asuka on SmackDown, Rousey on Raw, and then their paths will cross in time for SummerSlam.
Yeah.
I figured maybe they'll face each other then for a title or something. But until then, it just seems, it would make sense to kind of split up the strength of the women's division.
Yeah, and they're kind of trying to break Rousey in and all this stuff. I get what you get what they're doing, but...
Yeah, because Asuka's a big draw for the women's right now. I imagine Rousey's going to be too, and you don't want all the power being on one show. So he said also there's a rumor around that, the Battle Royal might not even take place. We announced that before. Also that Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy are going to have their deletion match at Mania. We've heard this. You've been saying this for a while that it would happen at Mania. I was hoping it would have happened already or sooner.
Yeah, and you could make a good case for that where they have the deletion the month before, and then they have a real match at Mania. But I kind of like the idea of this special thing happening at WrestleMania that they could pre-film, and as long as it's not overdone like WWE does stuff, that's what I'm worried about. That's why TNA, it was so good. But if they overdo it, but maybe it will work because of Matt Hardy being so goofy. I don't know. But this is the last chance. This is it. If this doesn't work, this fucking gimmick is dead in the WWE.
We had Matt tweet out a picture of the shovel that he used for the deletion last time, and it had the word delete on it. I mean, all signs point to this happening. Sadly, I don't even know if I could say sadly, but truthfully, I have more interest in the Cruiserweight Championship tournament than I do seeing a deletion match right now because I don't know what we're going to get from it. It could be gold. It could be great. But I'm much more interested in seeing where the Cruiserweights end up.
Now, I mean, Neville could come back because Triple H is in charge of 205 Live. I could see him wanting to bring Neville in or bring him back. And it would be great if Rey Mysterio signed on and you somehow could get that to happen. But
yeah, that would be fantastic as well. That'd be a hell of a match.
It just feels like maybe it doesn't feel like they want to bring him back, though, because I think they would have done it by now. Maybe something's up there Neville did something the wrong way or rubbed somebody the wrong way or something or other, because I would feel like he would come back then.
Yeah, him leaving, another one taking their ball and going home, I think just rubbed a lot of people the wrong way. So.
I think it rubs Triple H the wrong way too, by the way. I mean, I know Morrow, he left, but then he came back. Triple H brought him back. But I think Triple H might hold a wrestler to a different standard than Mauro Ranallo in a way. And I think Triple H might even see it as kind of like, I would have never grabbed my ball and gone home. I would have fought for everything to stay in the WWE and keep doing whatever. And I think he might see that as a negative in Neville. It's different than the Mauro Ranallo situation.
Absolutely. As where Morrow was being bullied, but it's
also
allegedly,
there's so many
yeah.
There's arguments about what happened really with Morrow.
Yeah, I think Morrow was a bit too sensitive, honestly, but
I think that's part of it. I think he's sensitive. He's got the brain thing. JBL's kind of a dick. / they didn't like him. I think Vince didn't like him. They didn't like his non-versatility, I guess.
Yeah, he had one style and stuck to it.
And he was great at what he did, but...
Yeah, he was very analytical, but he wasn't much for color, so...
Right.
He didn't interject in the match much. Like, he just called what was going on in the ring. He didn't care about talking about lineage, history, storylines. He was just all about the action. Mm-hmm. And he made the matches that much more entertaining to watch, but it was everything else when the matches weren't happening that he was lackluster at.
I agree, and I think that, I see that. And he's somebody who can't really mix with like a JBL, because JBL wants to tell these sort of jokes and play off somebody, and Morrow really doesn't play off anybody. He does, though. He did play off, he plays off people well when they're talking real sports. So that's why the Cruiserweight thing was great. Him and Daniel Bryan played off each other in a sort of a realistic sports analyst style, which was great. But as far as on the main roster with JBL and the goofy stuff and trying to play off each other, non-existent. And I think that was a major problem for Vince. And that's why, in the end, I think he didn't work out, because he was sort of the one-dimensional in a way. But with Daniel Bryan, excellent. And something, if those two guys were working together on SmackDown, it'd be good too. But they just can't come out of that shell and get into that sort of phase. Meanwhile, Michael Cole and all those guys, Corey and Coach, they're all too much like that. They're all way too robotic and ready to bounce off each other and laugh. And, it doesn't even sound right what they do. So
yeah, no, it doesn't. Not one bit.
Connor, anything else you want to add before we turn this into a PUBG stream?
I'm good on my end, guys. That was good stuff tonight.
It was really good, guys. Go check out Connor's channel. If you guys haven't subscribed to my friend Connor here from OKFabe, go to youtube.com/OKFaber, and you can sub to his channel and hear his analysis and stuff on tons of wrestling news. A good different take for you. Also, you can hit up Jake DeMarco, youtube.com/countdownended, and both of them are on Twitter at OKFabe and at countdownended, and I'm at Real Joe Cronin. And that's it, guys. Let's get the fuck out of here. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of... we're going to stay on. We're going to stay live. I'm not going off. I'm staying live. Going to be going live on Twitch as well. And we're going to play some fucking PUBG. We're going to kill people. And we're going to have a fun... we're not really going to kill people. We'll kill people in the video game. We'll have some fun. So stick around for that. And while we set that up on Xbox, I'm going to hang up on Skype. I'll see you guys over there. I'll play a little bit of this JT Dunn match. And if anybody's from Boston or wherever in New Hampshire, New York, you guys can get out here. Sunday, New Bedford, Massachusetts. JT Dunn, Death by Elbow versus Teddy Goods, the champion of Top Rope Promotions. Here's a little preview from one of the last times that they hooked up in Fall River. Thanks, guys.
I'll send you an invite.
Yeah, send me an invite, baby. See you over there. Good night, Connor. Thanks, bro.
Anytime, guys. Thanks.
Thank you, Connor.
Connor from OKFabe. All right, guys, let's get to it. Let's get to this shit. While I set up Xbox and get it going here, you guys can enjoy some of this for a second, and I'm going to get this thing going. Stick around, because somebody's getting no-scoped in the testicles on PUBG tonight. Let's go. This is going to be a good one. Subscribe to Top Rope Promotions YouTube channel. JT Dunn has been looking forward to this thing for a long time. A rematch after a brutal brawl he had with Teddy Goods. in Brockton, Massachusetts at the VFW. Now we're in Fall River, Massachusetts. JT Dunn trying to get a lay of the land. He's been called Death by Elbow, the Juice. And he's also been called champion of many different times. The CZW World Tag Team Champion one time. Full Impact Pro Tag Team Champion. The Northeast Championship. The Heavyweight Championship of Northeast Championship Wrestling 2 times. New York Wrestling Connection. Tag Champ. PLW World Champion. The RWA Triple Crown Championship, he's won that twice. And there's even more accolades, and I'm leaving off of that. He's been on TNA Impact. He has a YouTube vlog that he does on wrestling. And right now he has a very tough task as he takes on the best man, the number one, the heavyweight champion in Top Rope Promotions. This place is gonna go crazy! The minute that Teddy Goods walks out onto an entrance ramp or comes out to the ring, you can see the look in his eyes. He is ready to go. His eyes are wide open. He is focused. He loves the people. The intensity and the focus and the determination that has allowed Teddy Goods to hang on to this title for over 8 months now is that very same determination and focus that allowed him to win the title from H2O Ryan Waters in this very building. And there they are, the Drunk Street Posse, following Top Rope Promotions around everywhere. We like to keep it family friendly, but those guys can't show up without with the tank empty, they said the other day. I don't know what they were saying. Teddy Goods getting all these people on their feet now. JT Dunn's trying to ignore it. A little Hall & Oates. Referee for this match. How is JT Dunn even standing? Goods might have punched himself out from all of that. Both men, legs have turned to jelly in this main event for the Top Rope Promotions Heavyweight Championship. Dunn with a chop. Goods with a chop. Couple of forearms. And now Goods getting the better of those exchanges. And now look out, that backstabber by JT Dunn. Out of nowhere, seemingly. Oh, man. I'll tell you what, this has been a vicious match, folks. Now Dunn. Goods enziguri to the back of the head. Ducks under a clothesline. Goods buries the knee to the midsection. Here we go. Big suplex by Goods. 1, 2, 3. Oh, man. Look at JT Dunn's fingertips. Somebody may pass out before this thing's over. This is... The stamina of these guys, even to be standing, is unbelievable right now. Goods almost retained his title. And what's he going to have to do to beat JT Dunn? Oh, my. Oh, wow. JT Dunn. Oh, no, into Tony P. JT Dunn headbutted Teddy Goods. And then as Goods was wobbly, he just threw him into Tony P. I don't know. It was really on purpose. Death by elbow. No! Super kick by Goods. Goods picking up JT Dunn in the corner.
It's time! Good senses it! Package stunner! The coup de grace!
Goods times.
But Tony P is down! Fans are counting! Teddy Good should be retaining his title right now! But he's not because Tony P is out! Oh, death by elbow! JT Dunn! By way of Chris Hero to the head of Teddy Goods, and now Goods is out! Here comes another referee now, are you kidding me? No, 1, 2, 3, oh my goodness! Teddy freaking Goods! He kicked out! JT Dunn can't believe it. In fact, he just put his hands on the official. He could have been disqualified for that. He's doing it again. He should be disqualified. Oh my, he's had enough. What the hell is JT Dunn? Oh my God! Death by elbow on the referee. What the hell? Oh man, and Good saw it happen and he just clobbered JT Dunn. This match should be over right now.
I can't wait for match number 3 to happen between those two. You guys can see the full matches on Top Rope Promotions YouTube channel as I promote my own place. Fucking referee bump. Oh, he just fucking collapses. Jesus Christ. Oh man. PUBG's ready. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay. All right, so I'm ready, guys. Here we go. No, you want to see the end of the match? The end of the match is coming up. Here's the end of the match, and I'll be ready with PUBG in a second.
This match should be over right now. JT Dunn has assaulted an official here at Top Rope Promotions. Somebody has to find Steve Ricard. I know he's somewhere in this building. You talk about a fine, perhaps a ban, never mind winning a title. Now Goods, oh, a chair shot! Goods was gonna suicide dive onto Dunn. And Dunn used a steel chair. This shouldn't even be legal. Tony P never saw any of this, he's covering. No, oh my God! Teddy Goods! Teddy Goods just kicked out after receiving a chair shot, a death by elbow. Tony P has no idea that the other referee's been assaulted by JT Dunn. So this match is continuing. Tony P is the original referee in this thing. When they see the tape of this later, though, I'll tell you what, there's going to be some money coming out of the pocket of JT Dunn, who sets up death by elbow. Oh, my goodness, no. Look out. Oh, Goods! Intercepted with a knee! In the corner! Oh, look out!
Canadian Destroyer!
1, 2, 3, Teddy Goods retains the heavyweight championship!
That's a Canadian suckbag job. We are ready. We are ready. We're ready for some PUBG. Yo, thanks, Mike.
What a move by Teddy Goods! I don't think I've ever seen him use that.
Everybody suck me. Suck somebody. All right, I'm getting it.
Thing is that he always does that thing where like I would quit back out.
Yeah.
He goes ahead and he'll start a new game while he's waiting for us. Then we'll have to wait for him again.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
Like we won't meet up.
We can
so.
start one. He's not here yet. Let's just start.
I'm seeing if D Moon is coming.
Okay.
Really quick as well.
D Moon. D freaking Moon. D Poon. D's Poon.
Oh yeah. The D Moon.
What's up, guys?
The D Moon has spoken.
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Just got off of work right now, actually.
I'm calling you D Poon.
Perfect timing.
It was a weird day today, man.
D Poon?
Yeah, I'm calling you D Poon.
Wasn't
How did out of nowhere go?
I thought we had a really good out of nowhere show. We had a lot of topics and points. Like we didn't once tonight start talking about like the world or anything like that. It was all wrestling tonight. Like I thought that was amazing.
Nice.
And now Tommy NC's
Yeah,
calling
there was a
Skype.
lot of little things to cover.
Oh, great. $150.
Tommy,
there it
you
is.
can join our Xbox Live party chat if you want. That's it. Because Skype ain't on right now.
Does he have an Xbox?
I'm going live on Twitch, by the way, guys.
I think he has a PS4.
Oh Jesus, poor PlayStation people.
Yeah, seriously.
All right, well, we'll send you an invite to the game, Mr. Moon.
Oh shit, let me see.
Yeah, if Troy's coming, we'll hold that spot for him. But I know Bird said he'd join.
Bird. Let's just play one like or whatever, and he'll be here next game, I would think. I'm the one
Alright.
streaming. He's got to wait for me. I mean, you know.
Let's see. I had a pretty good game last night.
You were having lots of like
Fucking-
first places and shit.
Yeah, well, it's mainly because the people I'm playing with, dude. They're fucking insane. But I'm picking up on a lot of their shit.
Oh, like
It's hard,
I just
dude.
play solo. I always play solo, and it's like pretty hard. It's like 99 people. I get top 15 a lot on solo.
Yeah, me too. I've gotten like 2 solo wins, but like the majority of them are like duos. Duos is a lot easier to get wins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you can still revive and not be down and out permanently.
Yeah. And that way you
Yeah, I
can
went
keep
ahead
track
and-
of a lot of people.
Oh, Super Card
Yeah,
of Honor,
exactly.
man! I
Solo
can't wait.
before.
That's gonna be good.
All right, D-Moon, don't launch it yet. Don't hit it. Because Troy just
Okay.
joined.
Troy.
Sounds good. When is Super Card of
So-
Honor?
Shit. I think.
It's coming up soon,
Yeah, I
right?
want to say that it's like April. It's usually April. It's like right near WrestleMania usually. So, April 1st, April Fool's Day.
Nice. I really want to go to that Long Beach event that New Japan is having over here.
Oh yeah, dude, that'd be
That would be
pretty
cool.
damn cool.
They just announced, what is it, like the Golden Lovers versus Young Bucks. That should be good.
Troy,
All right, Moon. Now
You
you
might be-
can
you
launch
might be
it.
muted, Troy.
All hail General Troy. Yeah, I got 6 kills, and then I got 5. I dropped in the apartments next to the school. I got 5 early on, and a few with a shotgun, rest with a scar, and then it was like just straight downtime till you got to the circle. There was 4 left. Then there was 3 left. I shot the guy in the back. 2 left. The other guy shot me in the back. I didn't know he was behind me. So it was like a
Oh,
straight
man.
line: 4th place, 3rd place, 2nd place, 1st place. So third was shooting at fourth. I shot third. First shot me in the back. And it's just like bam, boom.
That's pretty funny.
I was not a happy camper. Literally.
Fucking Derek, I made a joke on Ken's show about Derek being Young Republican or blowing Young Republican or something, and he thinks that I was saying that he was Young Republican. I'm like, no, man, I know you're not Young Republican. I was fucking around. We fucking worked everyone bad earlier, dude. It was really funny. Holy shit, bro.
Yeah, I forgot Ken doesn't have his channel,
Yeah.
so I totally like flaked on the show.
Jump early, go mansion. Jump late, go hospital.
I say late.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let's go. I'd go hospital, yeah, because we might lose a lot of people by then. And some people might be going Georgia poll, so.
yeah.
Yeah. And,
Planes,
and
this
if
is
the
where the plane is
hospital-
gonna go, so it is gonna go close to hospital.
Dude, I just bashed my
yeah, but
elbow
if
into
the
the
hospital
wall.
ends up being like super bad, we can go Georgia Pole, or we can go like, you know, over here. Either
Actually,
way.
Georgia Pole doesn't sound that bad.
Yeah, like if hospital don't work out too, yeah, we can always bail anywhere in Georgia Bowl.
a lot of people jumping out right now.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody
Because they're trying to get to the school.
starts off Pachinki, school in Pachinki.
Would you call me?
I don't know why people like Pachinki.
Because it sounds like your stepdad from World War
Nice.
II. Oh, let's go.
That's right.
We're live
Jesus
on
Christ.
Twitch. Motherfucker. Oh shit, I'm floating the wrong way. We're live on Twitch, guys. If you guys want to jump over to Twitch.
How are we looking?
No,
I'm gonna
There's
dive
one
bomb. I
above
think
me.
I might be able to get terminal from
There's
here.
a couple people next.
Yeah, you can get terminal dive bomb.
what?
Oh, there's a couple people here.
Yep, they just opened up now.
You
You
guys
wanna hit up the
understand the whole
apartments in
terminal
the back?
velocity thing, right? I feel like I have to explain.
I don't
it
know
every
what
time.
you guys are talking about.
No, I got it.
You going hospital? We got
That's how you get
we-
the ground
we
quicker.
got one crew.
Yeah, I landed roof.
One crew with us.
Let's see the hashtag roof crew. I should go inside, but I always check the roof. Fuck it, I'm gonna go inside. Because my roof's not loading. Hopefully I don't get stuck
Yeah,
on the
that's usually
stairs.
the problem with trying to go to the fucking
Uh-oh.
roof. So it just doesn't
Might have
work.
been a mistake.
So I went on Google
Sometimes you can
Translate
find
today.
stuff on the ground.
Yeah, I mean sometimes.
Somebody
I did.
try to
I'm
I
right
went
next
on
to you.
Google
Yeah,
Translate
Right
today.
next to you.
I had a fucking blast on the mobile PUBG. I was looking up how to say stuff in Chinese
Are
and
they like
talking to these
fucking
guys.
pain?
Whoa,
Plug
they're
that
shooting at me
something?
already. They're shooting at me already.
No, it was just. It was
Every
fun.
time, right?
It was fun. More fun than this shit. But the shit that I was laughing about was I was literally
Yeah, Moon, we got that motherfucker.
looking up shit to say.
Heads up, Moon.
Nice.
You might have buddy company over there. There's a guy on the second floor. He's coming up, I think. I'm shooting.
No, I'm inside with you.
No, not you.
I'm
Across from
downstairs.
us at Moon.
Okay.
I'm gonna go in there. Moon, he's down below you.
I'm looting our third floor.
Is he up there with you?
Moon, shout out if you need help or if you see him.
I'm coming up.
Should be
I'm coming
okay.
up.
You got him?
Nope. He ran away.
You
He
good?
ran away. I think we scared him away. He's down here.
This guy
He's down here, Moon. He got me. He's dropped down me. He's gonna kill me.
Fuck.
Yeah, Halo.
He's coming to get me. He's coming to get me. Ah, fuck.
Oh, there's two guys.
There's two of them.
Moon's down. Moon's
I'm
down.
going
I
up.
downed one.
Holy
Going
fuck.
upstairs. I have a
Where is?
scar.
Oh,
Ah, fuck, I'm down.
it's all
He got
you,
me.
man. I don't know where Jake was. Jesus.
Yay, I'm the last one alive.
Jake's like not even at the building.
No, I told you that. I said it landed
Oh
short.
my god, you landed way short.
Should I just like kill myself? Fuck this guy. I'm not gonna have him. Let him.
There was
have
like
this
they were
come
all
again.
running below Moon. I was like, well, I'm gonna fucking come over there because.
Hey, man, I fucked up with that last guy. I should have put my head back in and like healed or something.
What we should have done was actually.
I'm just
Had
going
D
to
move
the
keeping an eye out
official
for
You know what we
him.
should have done was had Moon come over to us instead, and just fucking defended the building.
Yeah, I should have just dumped off in the little bridge. Yeah, that was.
Well, it's
Are they
alright.
upstairs or what?
Well, you shouldn't have.
They're
The
downstairs.
really
though.
thing was when you went over there, you shouldn't have split up after you tagged
Well,
up with them because we knew they were over
Well,
there.
no, what happened was I went over there
No, well,
and
when-
after I shot the guy.
Or kept looting. That's really the thing. We really should keep looting, get armor and stuff, because you don't know what they kind of got. They were probably over armored.
Well,
nice hit. You down the
wow.
one guy there. You got a frag. Throw it in. All three of them.
Back up.
Where are you on the
Nice
ground?
grenade.
I'm still looking at our bodies.
He's down.
Oh shit!
There's more over there. There's one more at least.
One of them's still in there. Look.
Oh, I know. I want to die. I'm just going in here to fucking
Shoot him! Oh! What just happened?
I ain't got no ammo.
My screen glitched and I couldn't even see what just happened. I'm like looking at countdown ended dead.
I thought you were dead. I saw somebody's
It
body.
says countdown ended dead.
Did you get how many kills did you get?
I got 3, so there's one more.
There were 3 guys. I think you fucking cleared. My
Yeah, I
body
think you actually cleared 'em out.
out on the balcony. If you turn out to the left, has a suppressor and a scar. Has a suppressor.
Yeah, if you go up,
on
I
it.
have a scar as well. At the very top.
Mine's
of the
suppressed. Get mine. That's my body there in the middle. Next one over is mine.
My goal
You
was
get the
to
M4 already.
Die pretty quick.
just
Yeah, I
take the
took the
suppressor.
M4.
Fuck it.
I got
Live.
the
You
suppressor
fucking
on it.
Look at
killed.
my screen right now. Anybody watching the broadcast, what the fuck am I looking at right now? It says you're dead.
Yeah, yes, it does.
Did you grab the
That's
suppressor off
weird.
my buddy?
Yes, I did.
Alrighty then. Fucking load up. I would loot the other side of the hospital. I don't think anyone got the other side yet, and that's where other guys are gonna be coming from. After you loot all their bodies anyway.
Shows that you're spectating me. I don't know if that's the same screen.
Yeah, shows that you're over on
It
him.
won't let me switch at all. It's just frozen on
22
this.
shots on that.
It's frozen on Moon's box.
Yeah, I think they looted this side, Jake.
Yeah.
This fucking game is hilariously ridiculous.
Head across to the other building. That's where most of the stuff would be. Nobody looted that side.
Pulling. You notice that?
I can't even see because
Well, if you want to make
I
it
don't
work,
see them.
take all your
I'm
clothes
still
off.
looking at D Moon's corpse.
Yeah.
Like this makes zero sense.
We're gonna find us somebody to shoot.
And we fucked that up. We should have had that.
That's alright.
Next game.
Yeah.
Next
I
game's
should have thrown
ours.
grenades in there originally because I had one. So. But when the guy came back up at me and D Moon aggressive.
And man, it was a perfect circle too. We would have cleared out the hospital. We would have cleared out here. There's a Jeep there.
Jeep, bike, all sorts of shit.
I'm still stuck looking at nothing. Sorry guys, I want to spectate, but
Check the guard towers for scopes.
I'm not even worried about it. I'm literally just gonna hop on the bike and fucking. I want to get
Try to
back
run
in with all
somebody
you
over.
guys.
I
mean, I could just go for a
I
sick ass
am
jump
pressing.
and
I
kill
am
myself at this
pressing
point.
RB. It's not. It doesn't do
Backflips.
anything.
Back flips.
It's
back
frozen
flips.
right now. It's glitched.
Oh, see if you can drive it up the stairs there, straight ahead of you.
Ooh.
See if you can drive it up the stairs and drive it off those.
There we go.
Like
No,
the,
There it goes.
You know, the big tower.
There it goes.
Yeah.
It just came back all of a sudden for no reason. Now it's on you. So fucking weird.
I can go and try and go up these. Might be tricky. We'll find out.
What the fuck are you doing?
Come on. Oh, they're shooting at me now.
No, I think that was just.
No, that was a
No,
bullet.
no, I'm being shot at.
Somebody took like one random shot at you.
Unless it was a glitch.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was like, what the hell? Why aren't they shooting? Yeah, I think it was a glitch.
No, I was being shot at.
No.
Oh no!
Oh wow.
I lived.
And you still
Damn
don't
it.
die. Wow. Someone trying to die in PUBG. That's hilarious.
The best way to die though is the bike.
Just take
Just
me.
taking a fucking.
Yeah, I figured that would be like a foolproof.
You have a
plan
frag?
there.
See if you can play catch with yourself.
I don't have
think
any
it's a sign.
grenades left. I only have
Fuck
the
it,
one.
win it. Win
Sign,
the
you should
game.
just-
You
yeah,
are
just
so
win
bad
it.
at this
It's a sign,
you
bro.
can't even kill yourself.
Dude, what is on your gun?
I can't even kill
What
fucking
kind of
tank right
suppressor
now,
is
bro.
on your gun right now? You have an insane suppressor.
I took a dead cat and strapped it to myself.
Oh god.
Take it back, bro! Take it back, bro!
Better take it back.
It's bestiality. Shove my dick in its mouth and use its intestines as a silencer.
Oh god.
Now we gotta swim around. I mean, I could just drown myself, but there's no honor in
Nah,
that.
just go for the win, bro. This is a sign.
Yeah, you got a bunch of kills and shit. What if you got like...
Oh, come
if
on.
you ended up with 10 kills and a win? That'd be nuts. Come on.
Yeah, that'd be insane.
And the best would be if the two guys on the remaining killed each other and then you were alive and you won.
Swim. Swim. Doesn't want to do the auto swim. Swim. There we go. Vape Nation.
I want to see a shark just come out of nowhere and eat your dick.
That'd be awesome.
I hear the shots.
It's probably coming from the bridge. Oh no, never mind. It's the explosion.
It's the red zone.
Or the play zone. Yeah.
Well, it was. There's a car right above me to the right. Alright, let's pop one of these. We're gonna be super fast and efficient. Here we
That's
go.
what she said.
Yeah, call the police. Yeah, call the police.
Come on. Every other time you can climb up. And I found a level 3 backpack right off the go. That's a sign.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy too.
There's gotta be somebody around here.
Climb up on the crates there on the left. There's some good stuff up there. It's a good way to see people.
Well, it's the big slow.
What do we got? Anybody?
Well, I don't see anybody. Man, there's like 61 people alive still. Damn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be great when that circle gets small though. They're gonna start dropping like crazy.
No scope here.
Tommy's like, "Can I talk to
Here's
you
a
after your
coat.
stream?" I said, "Yeah, just message me here. It's gonna be a while." Just send me a Twitter video. I'm sure it's not important.
Fucking Tommy.
Alright, let's head to the circle.
I hate how he doesn't just ask me stuff or like
Anything worthwhile?
send me a message. Like instead of just being like, "I got something to tell you," okay, just, and then it's like, "Hey, what sneakers do you like?"
It's super important.
Yeah, it's something. Yeah, it's something like simple. Could have just asked you somewhere else. Fucking Tommy. It's hilarious.
Send me a video about it.
Even the shotgun ammo on the ground there didn't want to load for me. That's weird.
Could get that Xbox One X.
Yeah, I think there's something
Yeah.
going on with this Xbox. See? Like it just pulls a
Oh,
little bit.
car. Take him out.
Yeah.
You're running perfectly fine on my
Take him
end.
out.
That's hilarious. You're like shooting BB
Man,
guns.
That's right.
Those
Up, up,
shots
up,
were
up.
so bad, bro. I don't know how you killed people earlier.
Those were awful.
Care crate. 1
Yeah,
o'clock.
did it.
You're gonna have more vehicles coming because of
That's
the
raising
crate
mine.
and the circle.
Oh yeah, just stay at the bridge and light
Oh, he's
people
coming.
up.
He might have seen you.
Light
He
up
might have
right
seen
next
you.
to
He
him,
might have
so
seen you. He did.
Oh, I thought I.
He knew exactly where you were. He was gonna run you over.
Dramatic ending. He knew exactly. He went for the swipe.
Wow. There you go.
wanted it.
Death by car.
Should have
That's
tried to
right.
chase him, get him to chase you into the river.
I should have just shot.
Elias, thanks for hosting me, man, and thanks to Gorilla Strong for the host too on Twitch.
Yeah, that'd be the epic
Yeah, I
ending.
didn't want
The
to spend
bullets,
time
you
looting,
blow
just
them
wanna
up,
get back into
and
it.
then it still
I
runs you
don't-
over.
Yeah, that's.
I could have drowned myself, but I spent too much time in the river.
I got a really good video of me driving the bike the other day and just dying for no reason while driving, not hitting anything, just It's like you fell off your. What the fuck happened?
I've got one walking down the stairs. Like I literally just walked down a flight of stairs.
You fall down the stairs and die.
No, I stepped on the stairs and it was like, you're dead.
Did I not hit A? What the fuck?
Let's go, Glenn.
Glenn Jacobs. Guys, we're going to be ending the YouTube stream in a minute, so make sure you guys come on over to the Twitch channel, the Twitch gaming channel. It's free. And party over here with us. There's a lot of naked people in the chat right now. Everybody's hitting on Jim K's right now. Everybody wants a piece of Jim K's ass. It's really weird. Come on over. It's getting weird. Someone just wrote Chode Gash 69 in the chat on YouTube. Chode Gash. Man, you got that.
I sent you
Chode
guys the
Gash.
clip. I gotta send it to D-Moon separately. You can check it out while it's loading. It's literally 6 seconds long. Check that out, though.
Nosotros kick your ass. Nosotros kick your face.
Nosotros kick your face. There you go. There's the clip. Like you said, it's only 6 seconds, but I have no idea how I did it. I said, did I trip? Pop that on the stream. Fucking ridiculous bullshit.
We're gonna jump right away, go hospital.
Won't be crazy, sure.
That might be good. I would say
Yeah, let's go
yes.
for it. Want to
If we
avenge
can get
myself.
together this time.
Dive bomb time.
Yeah, just wait till you're right over it and go straight down.
I already went down.
Yep, because the chute will open and push us the rest of the way.
Terminal velocity.
See, Halo, here's the thing. If you go straight down, you make your camera look down and you go straight down, you eventually hit 234 kilometers an hour and you go down wicked
Yeah, that's what I'm
fucking
doing.
fast,
Look at
and
me.
Your parachute actually deploys closer
Oh
to
yeah,
the ground.
no, that's what I'm doing. 234. That's what I've been doing. I'm gonna hit this roof first. Watch this shit.
We're hitting the back roof or
I'm gonna
the
hit
front?
the back one.
I'm gonna hit the front.
My roof's not
Load,
loaded.
please.
Oh,
See if I check above us.
Oh man.
I'm here with
Hang
you.
above it for a second.
Just bounce down at
Hopefully
the
it
end. You can
loads.
still pick stuff up in the ground even when it's not loaded. Just keep tapping X.
Oh nice, it loaded me.
I got a.
Got a backpack.
Is anyone here?
There it is.
Oh, all I got is a fucking gun.
All I got's a gun.
At least you got a gun. I got a sickle.
All I got is this.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like anyone followed us.
All I got is this 8 scope.
Should just that backpack. You could throw that at somebody.
Another 8 scope. 2 8 scopes. I got 2 8 scopes.
What the fuck?
And there's a backpack over here at the
I got
end.
a
if you haven't
backpack
got one
too.
I got one.
This is fucking crazy, bro.
At the end.
Jake,
Did
you're in
anyone
here. I'm gonna
jump
go to the
down
first floor.
Alright, I'm gonna go to the middle in a
Oh, I
second.
got
I'm
numb,
just gonna get that backpack.
Did somebody just reload?
I did a second ago.
Did somebody just reload?
No,
Above us?
I just
wasn't me,
reloaded a
wasn't me.
shotgun.
Okay, that's I heard the bullet drop.
A level 3 helmet.
Okay,
Holy
yeah.
fucking Christ. Another scope. A 4 scope. Holy fuck.
Jesus Christ.
No backpack for Jiggy. I gotta find
What is
him.
going on, bro?
There's one on the roof, Jake.
Is there?
Yeah, same side you
I'll go back
looted
up.
on the the third floor. Same side, far end.
Alright.
Dude, what in the world?
Are we seriously alone right now? What the hell?
Guys, there's a...
Yeah, I think so.
There's
I think we're alone now.
Oh my god.
We're on the opposite side of the fucking circle, but
I can't believe this. A 4-scope and 2 8 scopes. Let me know who needs the other 8 scope. I got a fucking level 3 helmet
Yeah, I'll take
too.
the 8 scope because I just picked up a car.
Oh damn.
yeah. If he doesn't take it, let me know, because...
Is this you coming up on me? Is this you coming? Is this you coming?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Okay.
that's me. That's me.
Scaring the shit out of me.
Yeah, we gotta work on reaction times.
This is crazy, bro. We're out of the circle though. Holy shit.
Joe, did you search the top floor already?
Yeah,
Right
the
side?
roof I searched. There's an AKM,
I'm gonna go next one down.
level 3 vest, and a holy fucking Christ, dude! What is going on in this game?
I'm telling you, man, hospital is usually.
I've never seen that though.
Yeah,
on one
usually,
side
but-
of the roof, fucking 2 8 scopes and a 4 scope.
I got
pretty good luck
I got
last
the
time
3
that
8
we
scopes
glitched out.
in the power substation once, 2 literally right next to each other.
Yeah, that I believe. That happens.
I never got any
quite
8 scopes
often.
here.
We gotta get moving soon.
We gotta find a car. Like, yeah, because we don't have anything.
We don't want to.
Jake Moon, did we loot this whole side? Did you, Moon, you got the 2nd floor?
Yeah, I got the 2nd floor.
Jake, you got the whole 3rd floor?
No, I only got this few so
The
far.
half. Okay, I'll get the other half.
I still gotta find a backpack because I ran across like an idiot.
There should be one upstairs at the very top of the rooftop, I believe.
I need a red dot.
Yeah, as you said.
If any,
I got a hollow.
if you got a hollow, I'll switch you the scope with the hollow.
Or actually, right here, Jake, right next to me, there's one. 2nd floor.
You want to do it now, Troy, or do you need the
hall
hollow?
here?
Oh, is that you
Yeah.
next to me? Yeah, get out of the doorway. Just always fucking follow people.
I'm
Don't
coming,
follow fucking people in
Well,
doorways.
fuck you then.
I just dropped your shit.
Right over
Bring it
there.
back. Let's go, buddy.
Oh yeah, it's a stun grenade, bro.
Thank you.
Gotta get those.
Do you have guns?
Mine?
Yeah, I got a AK and a shotgun.
Okay.
I'm still looking for armor. I actually need any helmet
go.
and then level 2 vest.
Yeah. Need a
I'm
something.
gonna start walking and looking for a car because this is. We got a ways to go, guys.
Oh yeah, we should. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm gonna run over to the where. Well, no, I'm not gonna split up at all. That would be dumb. I was gonna say we should head over to those warehouses that are on the way, kind of to the north. It's marked.
Yeah, I usually like there, but...
Do you want to go
it's around the
ruins or
red
do you want to
zone,
go where
too.
I just painted? I painted a green spot, but we can go ruins other than that.
I like what I just marked. I don't know where you marked. Where did you mark?
I marked. No.
I think ruins after.
We got to go in the circle, bro. That's not in the circle.
Well,
You
not
wanna
to
hold off
stay,
for
but I
the-
need to hit that up.
Oh. I found a.
Hitting red dot site. Yeah, I'll take those. Oh my god, no one loaded fucking this side at all.
I'm fucking running.
If anybody needs a red dot or anything, let me know. I got a holographic and a red dot. Are we leaving
I took
now?
off.
or-
I left. I'm fucking. You're gonna die.
Level 2 police vest here in the bathroom.
I might die in the red
If anybody
zone.
still sees a helmet, I fucking love the helmet on.
My luck, I'll die in the red zone with fucking a bunch of nose scopes. Did they improve the graphics or something? The bomb graphics look amazingly better.
Not that I know of. The patch is coming out any day now.
Everything looks a little
They
smoother.
just released an update
What did I
today.
just say? Tell me to see a helmet.
Huh?
I called out
Well,
the
I just
helmet at
dropped
the
that.
bottom.
I just dropped that right now. Sorry.
I'm running towards Joe now because we got a ways to hoof
That was
it.
my bad.
I'm gonna see if I know you marked the blue here, Troy, but I'm gonna run through the one on the right side. Well, if you
Alright,
guys
we gotta
wanna
go.
run
We
through the
gotta
one
go
on the
now.
left.
We gotta go now. Any cars or anything?
There's
that I've seen yet.
there's a 2-seater over to the left once you run towards me on the street. So you guys, 2 people could hop in that, but that's just a 2-seater.
We can make the run, can't we? Or what do you think?
Jake, did you just
Yeah,
run through
we'll
that
make it.
warehouse? That one on the right? The south one?
Yeah, I ran through the one on the right
Oh,
side.
I
That's
see a
what
guy.
said I'll
Shit,
give
I
him.
got a guy over here to the north.
Where?
In these
I'll
buildings.
shoot him.
You're all the
What
way over there,
building?
Joe.
I'm way far away, but I'll hit him.
He was out in the open. Oh, fuck! I hit. Just dead north in between the two sets of buildings by the RV. The big wide open space in between the two rows of buildings. Northeast from me.
Okay. I'm trying to look for him.
I can hear. I just marked it on the map.
Okay. All right. Cool.
I'm at a bad angle with the fucking trees and shit. I'm gonna try and get up more.
I think he disappeared into a
The
building.
buildings aren't even rendering for me.
I don't see any.
I do see a buggy though.
Yeah, that's the buggy I saw. Yeah.
North of the warehouses. Oh fuck! That other guy's out in the open again.
Really?
Yeah.
We gotta head
Well,
out.
we gotta get moving too. So I mean,
Yeah.
you
It's
can
like
pop
he was
some
fucking
shots
like.
off at him.
Oh,
Or...
he's running for the buggy. He's running
Where's
for
the
the buggy.
buggy? Shit, I don't see it. I'm looking for it.
Is that you shooting
No,
at him?
that's not me. I don't think it's. Oh, there it is. I see it. Probably not coming close.
This is probably not the best spot to go up.
I'm hitting him. Screw with them. Look at all of them.
Oh shit.
They're all down. They're all ducking and shit.
Shit.
I'm gonna start firing with you, Joe.
All right, that's all I can do. I got him distracted.
Are we close? We gotta head out.
Yeah, we're still moving, but
I was kind of. He's coming towards you, Troy.
Very
Just
slow.
be careful.
Oh, I know. I see him. Yeah. Thanks.
I can.
They drove past. They're heading up the mountain, you guys. Oh, sunburst.
Oh, I lost sight of him now. Damn it.
I don't even see
He's
him.
inside the mountain. We can't see him from here. He's coming around on the other side, probably.
All right, well, we got a long ways to go. We still
Yeah,
got
let's still keep going.
quite a bit to trek.
They're gonna come out below us.
I just didn't want to leave Troy that
Just
far
be careful.
behind.
They're gonna come out on the right of us.
Yeah, well, I didn't want to leave Troy that far
No,
behind.
it's all good. He'll get here. That's all. Oh shit! Just watch our backs, you know, because those guys are gonna come up eventually. I took a couple clips on them, but it wasn't worth really shooting them. I was just trying to make sure they didn't get Troy. They were more concerned about getting out of there by that time.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so as I was telling
I'm right
you
here.
before, I was using Google fucking Translate to talk to the people that were on my team in Chinese. It was the
That's
funniest
funny.
shit. He's like, "You're American? I know little English, little English." I wish I could have streamed.
Oh
it.
my
It's fucking-
God.
I'm gonna go back into it and do it.
Were you like typing
It was
stuff
great.
out and then letting it play what you were saying?
I was trying to pronounce it, and he's like, very bad Chinese." I was reading shit. I'm like, "You know how?" I was like trying to tell him to go to the school, and I'm like, "You know how, Jai Wing?" And he's like, "Very bad Chinese. I know little English, little English. You New York?" New York?
Shit.
So I let him play. I'm
hysterical.
like, "You know how?"
I think I see a Jeep.
Just trying like
You guys
that.
want a Jeep, or should we just run?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh,
we
never mind. It's
absolutely
broken. It's
want the
fucked
Jeep.
up.
Where
It's
do you
jacked
see
up.
it?
Never mind.
Ah,
I zoomed
fuck.
in and saw it.
Of course.
Here comes the circle.
All right, we're
Here
almost
comes
there.
the
We're almost
blue.
there. No, we're almost there. We'll make it.
Yep.
Oh, we'll
well,
make it, but I'm worried about Troy.
Oh,
He'll
I'm
make
good.
it too. He'll just be a little hurt.
Don't cry for me, Argentina.
Elias, thanks for the $5, Elias. Sorry I didn't get your call tonight, bro.
I'm gonna get down as soon as we get here.
You
Oh, yeah,
guys
he
have
said he
seen
was
me
trying to call him
run.
before, but
I'm fucking Forrest Gump.
yeah, we are the Gumps.
I'm looking in the buildings to try to see.
You want to hit up this house right here? Or
Like your
what are we
Bubba
doing?
Gump.
Bubba Gump.
That's
sure.
right.
Oh, that was a
Oh,
big
I
fall.
caught a
That-
guy looking in the window earlier in a different game, and I shot him right in the head, and it was fucking awesome. All right.
I got an SMG suppressor. If anybody's got an SMG,
Yeah.
I don't know if anybody has one, but
Checking the house next door.
Is that one in the circle? That one's out of the circle. Is it the same thing?
Yeah.
Coming out the window.
Anytime I see a
We gotta head
suppressor,
out
though,
soon.
I grab it. Yeah, we should find a vehicle soon because I don't want to fucking spend this whole game running and trying to find shit.
Yeah, I got enough ammo. I got fucking. I don't.
I've only got the one clip.
Or
5.56.
fucking Jake. Jake, do you have a gun for a 4-scope? I got a 4-scope. I don't need.
I have a 4-scope.
All right, Moon.
I've got
Moon,
one of
you want
my my scar.
I'll give it to Moon when he gets out here. Let me take a look at these ruins of my AidZ.
Moon's with us.
No, he's a little ways back now.
All right. Yeah, he's right there. All right.
I'm going back.
I'm gonna go start checking out the ruins, see if I can find any 5.56
There's some
ammo.
stuff in there. It looks like, but I'm sure it's been looted a little bit, and there might be people here even.
Yeah, because these houses were looted.
Yeah.
We gotta head out. I'm gonna start running to the circle.
Yeah, I'm not going far. I was just going up here.
We got about 1:40. Well, yeah, will take us about that time to get in the new circle.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna keep moving.
61 people left. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
And
Gotta go fucking down. Right now.
Oh, you want that scope?
Shit, you scared me.
You want that scope?
Yeah.
Real quick, here it is.
Joe's like, you got that dick?
Yeah, I got that dick for you. I dropped it. You see it? It's back here. Oh, no, right here. Right here.
Got it. Oh yeah.
I don't necessarily know this has all been looted. Because there's a lot of spots that has a bunch of shit.
Yeah, you miss shit. Like, people, like, you walk by, like, first aid kits on, like, logs and shit all the time. You
Yeah,
come back and, like, oh,
I've
I've
been
already
more
been here.
thorough.
But, oh, well, that's new. I think we gotta go north to Res Hawk. It's the only place with, like, decent amount of cover.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Don't want to go to school. Someone's probably set up there.
Speaking of setup, let's watch the left side here. People hanging out in the
I just
street.
scoped it
They're
out.
stupid and haven't realized they needed to leave
I
yet.
just scoped it a little bit. Didn't look like any activity, but you never know.
You never know.
If anybody sees anybody, just let me know and I'll drop. I'll be looking at them with the scope. We want to.
No, but there's a scar right here. Fucking, I opened the door.
Once we get in the circle, obviously, probably want to stay far left.
Nice.
Away from the school.
I need one more clip, at least a 5.56. Anybody can.
I'm gonna
spare
stop
it
at
if
this
they
tree
find
right
it.
here.
Yeah, I'm picking up a bunch of ammo
Sadly, I
right
don't
now.
have any.
Yeah, because I've got literally 30 rounds of 5.56, and that's it. I can drop
Stop at this tree and
7.62
scope
if
people
anybody
up.
needs it.
Oh wait, never mind. Next one.
Yeah, we can go to Red Zone and probably loot a little bit. Depending on where the circle goes.
And when I get up in this near this hill, I'm gonna try
Wow.
to see if I can find a car somewhere.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
I don't see one on that bridge. Careful up on
I'm
top of this
scoping
mountain.
out south over here.
Alright.
I don't see anybody. Wow, we must have gotten like the complete opposite way from people.
That's awesome.
Alright, the doors on the left side are open. The right-hand side don't look open. The ones dead ahead of us.
Yeah.
Some of the ones on the left-hand side look open, though. Most of them. But the right-hand side doesn't look like it was open. It looks like they stuck to one side.
I hear
hear
gunfire.
shots dead ahead of us by the water tower area.
I'm looking over there now with the 8 scope. I see the top door. I don't see anybody moving though.
Sure, I'm gonna come back to you and grab some of that ammo.
Oh, I'm running to you guys. I want to go north to Res Hawk.
Yeah, I know, but if anything comes this way, I'm gonna be unable to shoot much, so.
I don't see any movement at all.
Just ran right past you.
Yeah, it's gonna be ahead though by the school
behind the
and
tree.
all that shit. Okay, so we're
Do you
pretty
need
close. It's
energy
just,
drinks or anything?
Yep,
Let's head
energy
to the
drinks I like.
circle already.
Here. I dropped it for you.
Thank you.
There's 2
I'm
of
gonna
them
go
there
over
for
this hill.
Thank you.
Thank you for the ammo.
Appreciate it.
Oh, thank you for the ammo.
I fucking found 90 I couldn't pick up back in that house because I only had a level 1 backpack.
Yeah.
I also found a Mini 14, switched out my car.
Oh, nice.
With the
There you
bolt
go.
action.
If anybody needs...
I discovered something. If you don't let go of the right trigger after you fire, it doesn't cycle the bullets. So you don't unzoom, so you can actually see where your bullet goes.
Oh, nice.
If we could hold this hill over here and then collapse down afterwards.
Yeah, we could.
Just keep an eye behind us.
I mean, some of these buildings on the left here don't look like they've been looted. The ones to the left
There's
of
a
us
bike
here,
over there.
right here.
It's only a bike though.
I'm gonna check this building
Yeah,
here.
hurry
These
up,
two.
I'll cover you.
Jake, I'll follow you. You guys take the one on the left.
The backpacks, level 2 in here. 2 of them. Anybody else need a level 2 backpack?
Put the doors behind us.
Yep.
Joe, I got the backside of you, okay?
Alright, thanks, man.
This
Yeah.
one was looted. I'm closing the door.
Oh,
Don't go into the next house.
That attached in there?
The
I
one
didn't realize
above
it was
us.
attached. I couldn't figure out how to go through.
Yeah.
There's a bike in the
Yeah, I
garage to
saw
the
that
right,
bike.
and after the next building, Jake.
That's the one I saw.
You saw it in the garage.
That's the one I told you about.
Where's that gunfire
good
coming
eyes.
from?
I've got. Does anybody need 7.62 ammo? FYI?
Yeah.
I've got a shit ton of
I
it.
got a bunch
Yeah, I
too.
need some of that.
Yeah, I'll
But
take
I
some
don't
too,
need
if you
it,
got
but I got 90
Okay.
rounds, so... But, I mean, you got extra.
That
Does
sounds like
anybody
shots
need
coming
this-
from up on the hill.
Yeah.
Anybody
It
need this
sucks 'cause That's what we
crossbow?
wanted to be, is up on that hill.
Very funny.
You're
Oh, fuck, a
fucking
VSS. Holy shit, I don't need it, though.
Oh, someone get that. That's really good
Here,
end game.
you know what?
I got my mini, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Here, I'll take.
Is that somebody
I'll
through
take
the
That was
window?
me, that was
Where
me,
is
that
it?
was me.
I
That
heard
was
a
me.
window. Don't be jumping through windows,
Where's-
man.
Where's the VSS?
It's in the second floor of that building I just jumped through. What's...
We got someone 30.
I'm up here with you,
northeast,
Dave.
Northeast, two people.
I'm up here with you, but you see them where?
Where?
How
What
close?
Are they, what are they
How
at?
close?
Are they in
How
building?
close?
In the tree?
Northeast, across the street. They're outside. They're literally just looking at each other.
All right.
Oh, I have a
standing
perfect
still?
shot. I don't know if you
What's
want me to get.
What
Give
building
me the
are they at?
coordinates again. Give me the coordinates again.
Northeast 30.
What building? What does it
They're
look
right
like? What
by-
are they standing near?
Right in front of the house.
Oh,
right
yeah,
in
I
front
see
of the
them.
building. They're
What
running-
house?
they're
I see
running
them.
right
I see them.
What house? There's 20 houses.
I missed his head.
across the street from you guys.
I got him running.
You guys gotta
Okay,
get
you
better
see
at
that
this.
big tree
There's so
with the
many
shade?
houses.
The middle house in the street.
The
Middle
big
house
tree
in the
with the
street.
Tree has shade. I see them now. In front of the gray
I
house.
still don't see it.
Take a shot.
In front of the gray, short gray house with the satellite. Head north. I got a
Gotcha.
shot on him. He started moving.
He's looking at. He was looking at Jake.
We also got contact to our right to the southeast beyond the city.
He was looking at Troy, so I just shot at him. He ran away. I mean, sorry, he's looking at Jake.
Yeah, he's running out right now. He's heading towards Troy.
I have no vision on it
here.
because that house is.
Where was that VSS?
It's in that top floor.
They're in the red roofed house under the tree
I
to the
mean-
northeast. They're in that you shot them into. They're in behind it or in it. Oh, they ran out of the city. They're all running out of the city to the north to the short gray house.
I see him.
Troy, fall back
I
if you
hear
have
shots
to.
whizzing by me.
That's me.
No, it wasn't
If you have to, fall back, you can fall back, Troy.
No, I'm
Oh, they're
chasing
sh-
them
they're
and I'm
shooting
shooting
at them.
into a fucking wall like an asshole. They ran out of the city. They are out here.
I don't know
They're
why
behind
the
building.
circle's right here.
Look to the map.
They're gonna
Scar
have to go
L
back.
right here, guys. If anybody needs it, Scar.
We're good.
I'm standing on
Me
it.
and Jake got pretty goddamn good eyes on them.
I'm going up to you, Joe.
There's one that looks like still inside that satellite house building.
in the gray. There's two of them that ran behind the gray house to the left. One right out into the fucking open. I shot in the wall 6 times. We got a minute before the circle moves, but we're already in the next one.
Well, we're good.
Oh, you guys are way the fuck up there. Okay.
Yeah, we're up here.
I got your back, Troy. But I don't see anything.
I want to go inside this house for more cover.
Yeah, I don't have the best.
I'm covering southeast and east.
I wish I had, like, I have a good angle upwards, but not.
Yeah,
There's an AK in here.
Yeah, I don't have the best angle either. 7.
There's a scar on the stairs here. Did you guys want me to drop some of this ammo for you, so you guys can shoot?
If you get 792.
Yeah, here.
That's me breaking the window so I can shoot out.
Yep, I'll take it. Be careful up there. The school might have eyes on you.
There's 50 for you there.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at right now.
Here, Moon, there's 50 behind you.
Nice. Thank you, sir.
Here, there's another 11 for you behind you.
I'm watching those other houses, making sure.
If you guys find more 5.56, let me know.
No one's jumping out of those houses. That's kind of what I'm looking at.
Yeah, they are fucking set in those houses there.
Yeah. Troy's got eyes on him
I
down
still hear
here.
shots from over there, though. I haven't seen anybody in a while.
I'm just watching the ones behind Troy and make sure there wasn't somebody sneaking in there.
Alright, there's the blue moving in now. Joe, when you get a second, clear your marker on the map for me.
Put my marker on?
Please. No, clear it. The
Oh,
one you
yeah,
have on
yeah.
the map.
Oh, here's the new circle. I marked it on the new circle. We got the new circle's far to our right. We're gonna have to.
Should we go for this house?
What do you guys
Should we
wanna
try to
do?
take this house?
No, because look at the new circle.
Let's move now. Get better
Be
position.
careful when you get out of there. I'll cover you from up here a little bit. They might come out too.
Well, we're gonna hold and see if they come out so we can get Troy.
He's out. He's out with us. He's out in front of us now. It's probably.
One was crawling behind the house. He just slid right back, fucker.
We're gonna have trouble
Yeah,
here, guys.
we got
'cause
people
we got the school
everywhere.
on our right and the city on our
Yeah,
left.
yeah, we got people all around us.
Let's try to get ahead to the left
Yep,
here.
head to the upper left. At some point, I'm gonna turn around. I'm gonna watch our backs for a second here at this rock, just to see where these guys are if they're gonna come after us.
Or fuck it, this
Don't
apartment
shoot.
building.
Won't.
Fuck it, change your mind. Go to the right. Let's take the apartments. Let's take that last apartment building.
Vehicle inbound.
I hear
Vehicle
I hear
inbound.
Car to the right. Jeep.
Yeah, he's trying to run me
Way
over.
down.
I'm okay. I got a.
You want me to shoot him? Want me to shoot him?
Are they turning around?
Taking fire from the apartments.
Yeah, you are. I don't know where.
Do we go for the buildings? Fuck it. Original plan, go for the buildings, or go for the apartments?
Go for the buildings.
Go for the buildings.
Let's go.
Keep running for the
Copy.
buildings, Troy.
Buildings to the north. All right. Green dot.
Are they over at these buildings?
Yeah, there are definitely bullets in these buildings.
Yeah, there are.
There's a car coming. Be real careful.
Hold against the wall here.
Oh, someone came out. 20.
I just fragged their second story. Oh, I see a guy at the end. Oh, two guys on the right side of the wall here by me. Two guys on the right wall by me. They just ran into the compound. I say we follow him.
There's one
Go
further
back
out
to-
on the tree line.
Move down the right wall here, Jake. Moon, follow me to the right.
I downed him. Watch yourselves. Don't walk in front of me or I'll have to shoot you. I don't want to do that.
I got eyes over here.
All right, I
Right here,
killed
front,
him.
the guy just popped
Another
out.
one in front of you
Front
guys.
of the
In
wall.
front of you guys.
Nice.
Another one far right. 60 degrees.
Back up.
He's laying down. 60 degrees. He laid down in the grass.
Oh, by the tree to the
Joe,
right,
Joe.
guys. Yeah.
We got footsteps upstairs in this building, I think, but I'm not sure.
There's definitely people in the building.
Yep.
Let's take it though.
I'm gonna grenade upstairs. I missed. Back up. I missed.
Oh,
smoke bomb anyway.
Okay. All right. I had me nervous.
Wait, grenade away. Upstairs.
No! Back! No!
Oh, you fuck.
Fucking idiot.
Come here.
Stay there.
I got you. Joe,
I didn't know you guys ran up there
cover the
already.
stairs. Somebody cover the stairs.
I missed with the smoke bomb, then I threw a grenade.
Okay, we're in the house. We're in the house. We're clearing the house.
My bad. Where?
I'm on top. I'm going
Close the
up.
doors.
Go up with him.
I'm watching you.
I
I'm
gotta
watching you
heal.
guys.
Don't leave D-Moon alone long.
Grenade.
Shit.
I heard a nade.
That was my bad.
That was me. Get out of the way. Moon, get out of the way. Moon, stop going down the stairs.
Do anybody need a health packet?
I'm good.
Molotov?
You gonna blow me up?
Troy's down again.
You're not gonna
Troy's down.
No, get out of the way. No, stop that. Get out of the way. Get off the stairs. Get out of the way. Stop the stairs.
Let him get down the stairs and I'll heal you.
Pick me up.
Cover the stairs now.
What is that?
Got him. That's me.
Is he up there?
Alright, I'm throwing a nade in there. Back
Is he
up.
there? Here he comes.
One death. Yeah.
I can't move him. I'm
Get me
healing.
down. Sorry.
There is no more back. Oh, the fucking. We're caught up here.
Yeah.
That's
we gotta get out of here.
That's bad.
Okay.
We can't, really. We can run and go right around the corner here.
Yeah, we need to do something. We need to move.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
go up and around.
Go.
There you go.
I'm going.
Go ahead. I'm gonna wait.
Don't everybody heal at the same time. I'm almost done. Alright, new circle.
Oh, all four of us. There's only 3 other people left alive. There's
Holy
only
shit.
3 other people
Let me
left
get up
alive.
there with my scope and look.
There's somebody upstairs behind us.
There's somebody upstairs?
Wasn't there somebody left upstairs?
I thought we killed them.
Wasn't there somebody left upstairs? I don't know.
No, they all died. He was down.
Okay.
Watch your...
Alright. Everybody be calm and play it cool here because we got to figure out where they are. I'm heading to the circle now.
If you got any energy drinks, take them. Heal up if you
Yep, I
can.
took some of mine. Getting shot at. Right in front of me! At this tree! I'm down! D-Moon right at this tree! Far left. Oh man, I thought no one was over there. I was gonna get up there.
I got him
I was gonna
down.
scope him. My scopes were in there too, the 8 times. Fuck.
Moving up.
He was...
Oh, there's a guy, southwest.
He's gonna see Troy.
Where
Troy,
southwest?
right
He's
in
gonna
front
see
of you.
Troy. He's right down there.
Where, by the
He's gonna
tree?
see you. To your right. He's by the circle.
Where? How far away from me? I see him
To
out
your
in the
right,
open.
20 feet.
215. He's laying down.
Yeah!
Yes!
Yeah, baby! Holy shit, dude! We had people
Nice.
to spare. I'm the only fuck that died.
That
Really?
was
We
such
got
a shit
4
show.
people.
In the house, we're blowing each other up with
Yeah,
grenades.
but Joe,
Oh my
you
God.
did not die in vain there. That was you had
You're
to die
welcome,
because
Troy.
you fucking blew up Troy.
Yeah, I did had to die. Yeah, but also I gave the guy away.
Joe, you did not die in
I also
vain
gave
there.
the guy away. He was hiding
But
in
you
the
know what?
shadows.
You know what? I
Joe,
can't really
if
blame
you
Joe for
didn't
that
die-
though, because
No. But if Joe didn't die there, that guy would have killed all of us.
Yeah,
He was
exactly.
aimed right at both of you. If Joe didn't fall and know where the guy was, that guy had all of us pinned. Because we couldn't even see him.
and I can't really blame Joe
MVP,
for blowing me up
baby.
because he didn't know the inside layout of the building. He couldn't really know the stairs were.
I should
I
have
know.
said I'm throwing the. Should I still
I
throw
didn't
the
even know the
grenade
stairs
though?
were
I was
there.
like, oh, I'm throwing it. Like I should have said I'm still throwing it.
But I was like, no, and you guys were still trying to run up the stairs. It's like, get the fuck out of the way, get the fuck out. It's so stupid. You can't just like push people out of the way. There should be just like,
Oh my
punch
God,
the
that was
friend and
good.
he moves out of the way.
Oh man.
We needed that
Yeah,
one
those guys were
desperately.
stuck in the building, dude. They were stuck. One of them was down, and I guess they were trying to heal him, and then the circle caught up to them, and that's when they all booked it. But they didn't make it.
No, they did not make
Guys, come over.
I barely got out of the compound that time. I was trying to jump over the wall, and I did the stupid vault instead. And the wall hit me, but I still had half health left. I was like, oh.
We're going live on Twitch
Good thing
now,
I
guys.
saw that guy at the very end when you were running, Troy, because Jesus Christ.
We're going to continue the stream on Twitch,
Yeah,
guys.
that would
Come
have
on
been trouble.
over.
I was like,